Residence, what's good, man? How you been, brother? It's been a long time.
Good, man. I was just taking a break from social media, but I'm back stronger than ever. Been playing a lot of games. Um, I don't know if you saw my game and year review, but I was the top 1% on everything for Xbox. I had almost 2,000 hours clocked in this year. I just finished Indiana Jones not that long ago. Amazing game. I'm excited for the future of Xbox and the next console, which we'll talk about later. But man, I'm glad to be here with you, man. One of the true OG Xbox fans and a real gamer. Someone who's about the positivity and about the gaming experience. So glad to be here, man.
Hey, man, you destroyed me, brother. You deserve to be in that 1%. Over 2,000 hours, man. That's insane, brother. I was also in the 1%, but I was nowhere near 2,000 hours of playing, man. I put my time, most of my time I put in, well, of course, was from Starfield, so that didn't get calculated for this year, but um, I was from Starfield to the First Descendant. From that, I think I played Thrones of Liberty, and then I went from that to Stalker 2, and I'm just doing Indiana Jones. I put a few hours in the Indiana Jones, but Stalker 2 drained the hell out of me, man. I put almost a week in that. It was insane. That game to me, that was my game of the year, man. Stalker 2 was my game of the year. It's ludicrous long, man. It's if you just I just couldn't do all the side missions, man. It's just I couldn't do all the side missions. I did enough, put it like that. But after a while, man, just I was I had I went and unlocked all the territories that was possible, but I can only imagine like tooth combing that whole map. It's just insane, man. That's
I
just
saw a guy. His name was Twitter user Stalker News. He had over 200 hours logged into that game.
that's crazy, dude. It's just that game has the possibility of putting those numbers up, though. It does. I think I had what did I have 100? I was up there, bro. I had about 170 or 150 something hours. It's something like that. Whatever the 5 days and a half equals out, man. It's up there. But I didn't know I put that many hours in. I thought I was like around 70 some hours, man. Really, I had no idea. It was Brown Jedi that had to tell me about that. He had looked it up. He was like, "Dang, legal." I had no idea, man. So yeah, man. Hey, listen. It's vice versa. It's Echo, man. It's an honor to be in the presence of real Xbox fans to talk real Xbox stuff, man. We're not. You're too busy gaming, resident gamer. Zero to be in tune with people who don't put the same amount of effort that you put in into your console. You see, you're not into the camaraderie of the silliness of what social media can bring. Rumors about video games and all that stuff, that's for people who don't play games. Shout out to my boy 30 Below. That's too much reading. I don't go on social media to read articles. I mean, I don't go on social media to read articles, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not why I'm on Twitter X to do. I'm not reading these articles. I hit the titles, I see if it compels me, take a picture, crop the title, throw it up there. I ain't reading what these clowns got to say, man. It doesn't even affect me. You know, that little bitty circle of lightweights, of bannerweights on social media, they're not even gaming like you, bro. Why do you care what they say? That's like that's little Mike stuff, right? You a tiger. You earn your stripes in your gameplay. You show your showcase, right? So you're in the 1%. I bet you they're not. So why would you lower yourself down to their realm?
I
Just
think
to
for
be
me, some I think for me sometimes I just get sick and tired of them talking shit about Xbox.
what else are they gonna
Because
okay, resident gamer? Look at this. What else are they gonna do, bro? They're not playing video games.
it's true.
So what else are they gonna do? Are they gonna tell you about the video games they're playing?
Nope.
Okay. So They're about farming. That's their occupation. That's what their occupation is about. They're about farm engagement. You're about gaming. That's two different places. That's why I said a long time ago, there's a difference between YouTubers and gamers. Gamers are not in the same place as YouTubers. What are we doing here? The gaming media isn't in the same place of gamers. Gamers are where gamers are at. You've been in the world where the gamers are at. So you're not affected by the silly stuff that has nothing to do with you. Who cares about a rumor? It's a rumor. Who cares?
You're right.
You
I let my emotions get the best of me.
Right. You think that games, where we come from, right? Games went all over the place. Games went all over the place. Like I said, I come from the generation where we just play video games. So I'm never going to act like I didn't come from that. But I've been in all the eras, except the furry-verse beginning one. Other than that, I've been in the 4 eras. There's only been 5 eras of gaming. I almost been in all of them. You almost been in all of them. But me and you were part of the generation that kept gaming alive. That's what makes us special. These dudes that were born in the 90s and stuff, they don't have a clue. They're the recipients. They're the beneficiary factors of us. They ain't put in the work that we put in. We come from the high score era, man. Not affected by that. I play video games. But I am an Xbox fan. I wear my bandana. I wear my bandana, bro. I'm an Xbox fan. I don't care what somebody else does. There's 30-something million like me. 30-something million. The only time it's going to become a problem, resident, is when Microsoft stops making games for Xbox. That's when legal will have a problem. Until that happens, resident, I'm playing on my Xbox, where I have all my features, I have all my access, I have all my libraries. Backwards compatibility is going to run rampant on Xbox. Quick resume and all those other special features are going to run rampant on Xbox. And if my calculations were true, I told everybody the next Xbox is going to finally live up to its purpose. It will be a PC console. Now, if that happens, then what? Then what?
That's right.
My TV now is about to become a place for my Xbox. My TV, my LG TV, my C2 is about to become a place for my Xbox. It ain't just going to be on my console. The Xbox handheld is going to be a place for my Xbox. I see Xbox expanding. That's what I see. I see Xbox expanding. Let's go, resident. Let's get this
The
show.
following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Now that we're here, man, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Di-RRec Gaming Show. This is the X League podcast, and we're grateful to have each and every last one of you guys. Remember, if you like what we're about, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, never miss a beat on the 1s and 2s. We are here. If you're an Xbox fan, you are in the right place. We speak your language. Leave some comments below. Join the chat pack community. Do whatever you feel. Because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here and get on the stage with us. And for that, we are grateful. We are here to talk about some gaming news. Most importantly, we're here to edify the Xbox community. That's what we do here. We don't do the lollygagging. We don't do the 75%. We do the 100%. We speak our truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help us gaming. I got my man Resident Gamer O in the building. I got 30 Below in the building. Chat Pass ready to be fired up in the building. I got Spartan 117 possibly coming. He's at the grocery store, he said. I got the realest one possibly coming. He's on the road. I got Games Heroes possibly coming. But I said, you know what? We ain't doing possibilities tonight, man. We're going to get this show on the road. I got my man Resident Gamer Zero as the guest. He's part of the family as well. And it's good to have you, man. It's good to stand tall with you, man. Keep gaming, brother.
Somebody else got a plate and put some macaroni on it.
Yeah,
We got
I know that.
Put that macaroni on, brother.
No.
Put that macaroni on, Resident. And send me a bowl.
That was my lady.
That's it, man. Live and direct moment. So you made it home.
Yes, sir. I got on the Wi-Fi, and my connection should be a lot better now. So,
Yo, Resident, what's going on out here, man? Why does Xbox Direct Show? We do this every year, right? Every year, we go through this where Xbox Direct is about to come around, and then people want to start saying the same old failure line that's been going on for years. That games now starting to come to PlayStation 5.
Here comes the doom and gloom. Yep.
Right, as if, right? Xbox fans are port begging for these games that are on PlayStation. We're not. We got shocked when we had Death Stranding. We didn't know that was coming. So if there are insiders, these so-called insiders of Xbox, why come they didn't let us know about Death Stranding possibly hitting on Xbox ahead of time? You know why, Resident? Because they're not insiders.
Okay, baby, so eat that thingy.
That's why. They're not insiders, Resident.
Yeah, they're just guessers.
When you do the same thing every year, that's farming engagement. That means you have nothing really to talk about. Nobody's telling them what the mystery game is. Nobody knows what Microsoft is going to. Every time somebody says something, it ends up the complete opposite. So my question to the Xbox fans are, how many years is it going to take for y'all to catch on to this? I told you they all going to fail you. It's easy. All you got to do is watch them. They have a track record of L's. How long have they been talking about Gears of War, the remake? How many times have they been talking about that, Resident? Since 2018?
At least 2 years.
No,
even longer. Yeah, even longer, yeah.
I know it's John Wick and then someone else.
that game ain't came out yet. How long have they been talking about Starfield coming to PlayStation? Since its existence. The thing is, Resident Gamer O, is that they're having a hard time dealing with PlayStation. Notice they don't say nothing about PlayStation. And PlayStation is the one with the drought for the last 2 years. Going on 2025.
Yeah, look at him.
I think he likes
Shout out to you, J-Mac. The funny part about it is they know where the house of fairy tales come from. They know who get along games, the strategies of the media. It's not the Xbox fans. So in order to gain your audience, you're going to have to say something stupid about Xbox because we know that social media runs rampant with donkeys. It's the donkey territory. So there's really nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
There's nothing really to talk about. That's why they got to come up with these theories and hoax and all this other stuff that they do this is every single year. And all it does is make me feel good, bro. I don't know about y'all, but it makes me feel good. Because as long as you're speaking about Xbox, that means Xbox is relevant. You don't speak about things that aren't relevant.
Yeah, they talk about another platform more than they do their own. I mean, that's a sign of there's nothing exciting there, that they're insecure about it.
That's it. They reveal it to everybody that PlayStation is empty. It's empty. They're not playing these games. They're not buying these games. So what are they doing? Talking about Xbox. Why? Because Xbox is the king of content and services. You're not going to hear that from the gaming media. No, no, no. You're not going to hear that from them. These are the people that live in places where 4 to 5 million consoles exist, like Jez Corden. And y'all going around and running around listening to this clown. This dude lives where only 4 to 5 million PlayStation consoles get sold. But y'all looking at this dude. It's y'all's fault. Y'all on silliness. And if y'all doing it, you're doing it on purpose just because, bro. You can't, nobody can really be this dumb. Nobody. Nobody can really be this dumb.
All right.
You go and you look at the UK and you go look at how many consoles get sold in its lifetime in the UK. And then you just gotta laugh. You in the United States listening to somebody from the UK. How stupid is that? When your gaming market is 10 times bigger than his. He can't even thrive without the American gamers. He's not getting all that traffic in the UK.
He's the same dude who plays World of Warcraft as his main game. The same dude who's backtracked many times on Twitter about making claims about like inside information and saying, "Oh no, I was just speculating."
Yeah,
sure you were, buddy.
He gets exhausted of himself. This is the same dude that gets in depressions about himself. And this is the clown y'all be talking about. This dude can't even stand on his 10 toes in real life. But y'all listening to this clown. Phil Spencer does not hit this dude up and tell this dude about the motives that Microsoft is going to do with Xbox. This is why they're all in that little circle. You got to understand that, man. They all devised this years ago. But it still doesn't mean that these dudes know what the fuck they talking about. Just because they heard up don't mean nothing, bro. 1 million wildebeest still get eaten up by lions every day. It doesn't mean anything. Just because you're in a big group don't mean you're powerful. You're still wildebeest. You're still being eaten. These are facts, resident. I'm just saying. These dudes are not even on your level, bro. You don't pay attention to these dudes because you're too busy playing video games. What can they tell you? You have Game Pass. I have Game Pass Ultimate. Do they think that Game Pass Ultimate is going anywhere anytime soon? Of course not. But let me tell you what's going to happen. See, everybody keeps talking about exclusive games, right? When you've already been told by people who work in the industry that console exclusivity, that means only on that console is dying.
It ain't in anymore. Yep.
Right. That's not the core of the success of video game consoles. And the funny part about all of this, what's sad is that in 2025, we're still repeating that. The only reason we're still repeating that is because you got these whack-ass donkeys out here. You got the donkey community that can't do nothing else but to deceive the truths. They still want to live in a console world because that's the only thing that allows them to feel victorious over Xbox. While this is the only community that's proud to be in second place. So just think about it. These dudes are never winning the gold. They're just winning the silver. And they're acting like they win the gold all the time. Can you imagine that? All their theories and narratives have been destroyed. You know, think about all the little mascots have failed them. All of them. All of them. Every last one of them. So what are they going to do? Pretend like they got some victories. All right, you're not even playing video games. You don't even have video games coming out of your PlayStation camp. You're waiting for them still. In the meantime, the media is giving you something to read. They know exactly what to say to get you engaged so they can pay their light bills. They're acting like these dudes are making $150,000 a year writing articles, writing goofy-ass gaming articles. They're acting like these people that make these articles are living in mansions, driving Bentleys and stuff. They're looking at these YouTubers that pose a front like they celebrities. Y'all saw what happened to Cody Eastwood, right? This same clown thought that Jeff Keighley, a renowned name in the world, right, internationally known, is going to stop and talk to him as if he's somebody. These dudes are mental. All these dudes are mental, bro. They think their little YouTube channel, if Cody Eastwood walked out here on my side of the hood, don't nobody know who Cody Eastwood is. Or any of these people. They don't know who Resident Gamer Zero is. They don't know who the New Legal is. They don't know who Cullen Prime is, DJ Tuckmaster. They don't know who Ray Che is. They don't know who my man Bunty is. They don't know who 30 Below is. They don't know who Spider Ring is in the real world. They don't know who Rock 88 is in the real world. We're in the real world, folks. These dudes are in fantasy land. The reality of our world is in our community. On Di-RRec Gaming, we know each other. On Xbox, we know each other. On social medias, we know each other. But in the real world, nobody walks around and are known by their gamer tags.
They got to keep selling themselves their fantasy, right, famo?
That's right. These top YouTubers are who they know. These 1 million plus hitters. Now that's who the world knows. you know what I'm saying? The world knows these people. They don't know these guys. These guys are no more bigger than you. They're no bigger than you, J-Mac. No bigger than you. A lot of these dudes' followers, these sub counts ain't even real. They're not even real. Big B Money, they're not even real, bro. This is about gaming. This ain't about YouTube. This ain't about content creations. This is about letting devs content create video games, and you as a gamer play the video game, and you come out here and tell people about the experience of your games. You know, we need more real gamers to put out reviews. Not the media, because you know the media, they'll come out and they pressing for engagement, so they'll play a game for 5-10 minutes. They'll throw it up on YouTube and tell you about a game, and they only played it for 10 minutes. That ain't what I'm talking about. People who play video games are not in tune to this stuff. They're not. Nobody pays attention to these dudes, man. It's fantasy world. You know what's that dude's name? Paul that fought Mike Tyson? That's a real YouTuber.
Logan Paul.
That's right. The Beast is a real YouTuber.
What up, Games?
That other boy that used to play 2K, that came off the ranks of 2K, and now the NBA players go on his channel and he has fun. That boy, I went from 2K, they went from making basketball clips with him and his friends in his backyard to buying a house, putting a gym in his house, having little fun shows, to actually having NBA players in his house. Those are real YouTubers. You got a dude out here every day talking about an update for Xbox. Ain't no updates on Xbox, bro, like that. Ain't nothing going on like that. We see the articles. We don't need bird food. We don't need regurgitated news. If you can't talk from the mind or the gut, what are you doing here? Anybody can repeat an article. Anybody
Right,
can
it's
do
that
that.
parrot shit, right? That copy paste stuff.
That copy paste shit. Anybody can do that. Xbox fans, you are not popular here. Okay? Di-RRec Gaming has been saying this for years. If you're an Xbox fan, you are not popular here. These dudes, none of these dudes have an Xbox fan base. None of them. They know who their audience is, man. If you're half-breed, be a half-breed. Most of these dudes are rocking on PCs talking about Xbox. If you got a 5090, we are not the same. Stop trying to act like we the same. My Xbox setup don't have UFOs in my room. I don't have glowing lights. I don't have keyboards and glowing lights and a mouse glowing lights. We know this. Our controllers don't glow like that. We don't have all these light bills. The Xbox does not need a lot of power to operate it. We're not the same. We don't play on little screens. We buy TVs, big screen TVs. We play our console games on them. We play that native 4K. We're not sitting up here messing with our fidelity and settings. We're not doing none of that. We turn our Xbox on and we play. We got quick resume. We can leave off where we left off. You guys can't do that. We are not the same. We are not the same.
What's up, Spartan?
What's up, Spartan?
What up?
Trailers up in here just a few minutes ago. We are not the same. Stop acting like
Yeah, we're kind of like the outsiders, right, Famo? We're not welcome.
That's right. They don't even want us here. They only use Xbox. They only use Xbox as a hustling spot. None of these dudes are real Xbox fans, bro. No real Xbox fan talk about their PC. We ain't never talked about no PC when it came to our Xboxes. We talk about our Xboxes. This is just facts.
What is
Yeah,
up?
we're the first to get a show too.
Everybody.
What's up, Spartan? What's up?
My bad for being late. Just had to do some groceries.
You can't never be late, bro.
Happy
you can
New
never
Year's,
be late.
everybody.
I wanted to come out tonight and have some fun with my fellas, man.
You know what?
You know how we do. I wanted to get in here and see my man Big B Money. I wanted to see my man J Mac, Rock 88. I wanted to see my man Below. You know what I'm saying? I see Tuck Mass up in here. I see Spider King up in here. My man 30 Below.
Games Heroes.
Yes, yes.
That's right.
You know what the beauty is now, fellas? Resident, new legal. You know, Donald Trump coming in and there's tariffs, right? They're going to slap on some more money on these boxes that they're going to get, while Xbox is rocking it with Game Pass. You can play it anywhere that you want and not having to worry about buying a console at $2,000 price point.
That's a big, you know that
You're
said
welcome.
that. You know that you said that, man. Man, that's going to play a big factor, bro.
Huge
I didn't even think
factor,
about
brother.
that.
When they come in and they
that.
already slapped $1,000 on these consoles, $800 a piece. Okay, imagine if the tariffs were on $1,300-$400, as whereas you could buy an RTX 490 for $500 now. And their DLS. Oh my god, what a mess the PC industry is. I thought these GPUs coming out wouldn't require AI to be hitting 200-300 frames a second. Without DLSS, 16 now that they're on? And they're HDR54, they can't even run Wukong, and yet they're hating on the Series S.
Yep.
22 frames. That's all it could do.
Poorly optimized. This just shows you right there, devs like that don't want to put in the work. And that's all there is to it. They don't want to dial it down.
It's not so much the work. It's not so much the work. Here's what gamers have to understand. If you don't see it happening right now, what makes you think future tech is going to make that possible?
Yeah, man.
The only thing that you got to bid on is the now. When you start to see the things happening now, then you can feel confident about reaching for the future. But you got cats reaching for a future that ain't even here yet. The PC sells that. Didn't we not listen to the realest one?
Mm-hmm.
Why you think realist said I ain't upgraded my PC in years? Because they haven't shown me anything worth upgrading for. They lie every time they come up with a new car, 56% gains. No, they don't. Where's the gains at? That's over.
You know, it's that flashy marketing speak, right, Famo? 30% performance.
Right, every time. You gotta love it, bro. This is every time.
75% uptick on the GPU frequencies.
Right,
18
every time.
teraflops of RAM frequency. And you know how Cerny is. You know what I do? I take cheap PC parts and I ramp up the megahertz and the gigahertz to make you guys go fast. I'm like, bro, you just had to release a secondary console after 3 years. Slap yourself. What a lying thief he is right in front of everybody's faces. Even his own ethnic culture's faces. He's lying to everybody, man. The Japanese paying them money underneath the table. It's like, konnichiwa. I did lie to them. We got another box coming out. We're gonna double up on these sales, but we're gonna beg Xbox to be releasing their games on our platform, and that's amazing, man. That's beautiful. How diverse Xbox is, bro. You could go and play on a PlayStation. Any Xbox games you pay $70 for, you could play it on a PlayStation 2, fam. Tariffs are hitting.
And Nintendo soon.
Yeah, Nintendo. I'd be more than happy to have Xbox's OS on a
when
Switch.
It comes to Nintendo, people, look, when it comes to Nintendo, it's easy to understand where Nintendo is going to be in a situation with Xbox. It's Call of Duty, y'all. Nintendo has never been, and won't, okay? It won't be a place for secondary business. Stop listening to these idiots, man.
You know what the crazy thing is, though? Mid-generation, rather than Xbox releasing a mid-gen console, they went after mobile. That's the key to
right there. Look at this right here. Big B Money said something that's right. Where's the AK gaming at? Why are you trying to reach for something that's not being done right now? See, nobody's going to create something where it's a little audience. You're going to create something for the masses. So all these PCs out here, right? These guys out here trying to champion PC, they're not even running native 4K games. That's exactly what they're doing, Ray. It's just pouring more electricity into those chips. Look, 600 watts, y'all. This is crazy. 600 watts.
That's like 3 months of free Game Pass right there.
Look, J-Max said the Xbox brand is as healthy as it's ever been. That's the truth that the blue team is struggling to deal with.
Uncle Phil said that there's more consoles than ever before in the history of Xbox. He said it.
Right. Now, do you think we're going to listen to Look, VT Charts is okay. All right. I'm not here to diss VT Charts and their efforts of trying to calculate from retail. When they came up with the number for 31.8, they're not that far off, but I've always told people they're off around 3 to 4 million. So it's an estimate. VG Charts always say this is an estimate. So when I did my calculations, right, I have all the recorded evidence from when everything was happening in the early years of Xbox. The first year was 4 million from November to December. The second year was 12 million. That puts it at what, 16 million? The second year of Xbox was its most ever. Third year was 9, right? So you saw the decline of consoles in its third year, which is accurate. You see 9. So what is that? Where does that put it at? 25. And that third year, remember they had us at 22, 21. Told you, had them at 25. Then this last year we had what? It was roughly around almost 8 million. This was their lowest. So what does that end at? That ends it at 33. That ends it at 33. You haven't even taken in consideration the sales of Call of Duty, the sales of the college football, Black Friday, and Christmas. We haven't taken into those considerations.
Quick question for you.
We know, one second, Femo. We know that it wasn't a massive number. But if Xbox squeezed out another 1.5 million, because it's a hard year. If they squeeze that out, that gives it a solid 33. A good solid 33. I don't have it at a 34. I have it around a solid 33 with some high numbers behind it. So we're coming into this year trying to hit 34 and up. But look, the 40 million is a good reach because they only got about 6 million to sell this year. They're going to do that with their eyes closed because the average is 8 million. That's the lowest per year. And we're getting into and for people that don't understand how this thing works, I'm going to tell you how this thing works, right? The first year of consoles are usually, or the first few months, those are the day one customers. The day one customers like me, Resident, Smart 117, we're getting our consoles day one. We coming in, boom, right? There's only going to be so many of us because from November to December, you only got 2 months. Most of the time, we average a little bit over 4-something million for Xbox in the 2 months of the day one purchasers. Okay, then you got the ones that'll wait a little bit. And that's that first year. They're still buying, and they'll come in when they see that we're doing so good. They want to be a part of it, and they come in by the waves. Normally, they come in by the waves. So that first year is always typically strong for Xbox, right? That first official year. Second year, the sales start to go down because this is the let me wait and see what kind of games come out kind of people. Those are the ones that look and see what kind of games are coming out that they think they should buy an Xbox for. And when those games start coming out, they start buying an Xbox. After them, you have the procrastinators. Those are the third to fourth, fifth year buyers of Xbox when they feel like, you know what, we'll rather wait for Xbox to get a library. Then I'm gonna come in and play for the next 3 to 4 years of all these games that they got pushing. Because a lot of them are waiting for games like the next Call of Duty, the Gears of War, the next Halos. They don't want to buy games that are cross-gen. These are the last group of people. We're going into the last group.
Yeah.
This is a big push because the last group is like the first group. They just want to play games that they feel are worth the reason why they buy an Xbox.
Illegal.
What's up, Games?
But that's different. That's usually sort of right, but this generation is not right or more because what messed up this is COVID. And I say it again, I'm gonna say it perfectly. COVID cursed the game industry because they saw people like me, you, Resident, Spark, and everybody, casuals, was playing a lot of video games. And they saw the revenue and the spike of the profits. And chip storage shortage played a role too. Both console, even the Switch had a problem to find. Just meant the Switch was selling over 100 million that time. So these consoles are still $500. And Series S is $300. Doesn't matter they have a permanently cut this holiday. Doesn't mean nothing. People now it's still back to normal. It's still $500. A lot of people want GTA 6 on PS4 and Xbox One because they can't afford a new console. College football did a thing. Don't get me wrong, but that's not enough. So let's say these rumors are true. Sony's going to do the same thing. Sony putting in games on PC day and date. And that Switch 2 is a threat because Nintendo is not their competition. Nintendo is not competition with Sony and Microsoft. Don't surprise that one day Nintendo have a direct and look at God of War 2018 and Ragnarok coming to Switch 2. It will happen because they're looking at money. Square Enix coming out and said it too. So if these rumors are true, that, and I think it is, see, they hate to understand. Like, we think we're stupid. You talking about Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox? We know that for sure because how many times the CEO of Square Enix been saying it for years? But so it's just that a lot of these companies have to do this because of COVID. Think about it, right? Now, JMax says, so sorry we to check. This is your podcast. He said GTA 6 will be enough. You're right. Now, GTA 6 will be that game. A lot of casuals going to buy an Xbox Series S and a PS5 and a Series X. But it's too late in this generation. These consoles should not come out 2020. They should have waited.
Yeah.
God of War, Horizon, GT7, even Return. I know that's a PS5 only game, and no, it's on PC, but you know what I mean. It's on PS4. Ratchet and Clank could run on the PS4. Don't let that SSD propaganda fool you. So all of these games could run on the PS4. All right. So what Sony did, they trying to sell a PlayStation that time. It didn't work. People just buy the PlayStation because of the brand name. Same on Microsoft. Halo Infinite, Psychonauts 2, Pentiment, Grounded. Hi-Fi Rush on the Xbox One. But most of these games that Microsoft made up to 2003, like Forza, Starfield, they're all Xbox One.
Game Heroes.
Oh no, hold on. Let me finish. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, but I want go ahead, finish up, but I want to say something.
Yeah.
Greatness Awaits has really concluded the matter, but go ahead.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. He said free to play. I was about to go there too, but listen. The problem is that these games are on Xbox One and PS4. So you're not giving these casuals anything to upgrade. Doesn't run a PS4, fine with 67 million or 65 million. It's still a lot, but it's not a lot you think about it, right? PlayStation consoles always over 100 million because that's the branding. A console shouldn't be successful over 100 million because if that was the case, then the GameCube, the Dreamcast, all of them are a bunch of garbage, right? So it's just that COVID hit this industry, and I look at that greatness of rates says free to play games. You damn right. Look, legal. Look at the top MPD, the most playing game both consoles have.
Right.
Even Nintendo has these free to play games. Like, yes, the Switch.
Now that's what I wanted to say this before I forget.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is what I wanted to say, Games. The notion that Microsoft has to put their games on other consoles, what y'all are saying right now is why all that is stupid. Okay? Because those games are not what Microsoft is trying to put on other consoles. They're trying to put the community games on other consoles to expand. Because think about it. Okay? The Switch 2 is going to get an Xbox game, people. Yes. The name is called the next Call of Duty. Or it might be the Black Ops. It might be the Black Ops 6. We know for a fact.
Probably the next Call of Duty.
Look, we know for a fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to get an Xbox game. Bottom line. Here it is. Look. When you was talking about they were making games for their consoles, let's put some respect on Xbox for a minute. If you go and you look at the top 30, the top 50, you want to know the games that are in there? I'm gonna let everybody know. Now you tell me where the bang is. Number 2 is Call of Duty. That's Xbox. Number 5 is Minecraft. That's Xbox.
Yeah.
Come down to 11. This is what gets me. Look, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Diablo's
15.
still there.
In the top 15, you have Forza Horizon 5. Now look what you said, free-to-play games. None of these games are free-to-play games. This is a multiplayer racing sim. This is a multiplayer racing sim where you
Hold on, legal. Hold on, legal.
For this.
But hold on, legal. Hold on, legal. You get it wrong. And this is going to be shocking to you. Nobody plays Call of Duty.
I got you.
Hold on. Most people play Warzone because
they do.
Yeah,
but
that's free. No. When you see Call of Duty on the top, they separate that from war. They include Warzone. See, right. Call of Duty, and of all these years, right? Player count decrease. Right now, Black Ops 6 player count decrease a lot. What keeping Call of Duty alive is that Warzone, because when you play any other Call of Duty games, it integrates with Warzone, right? So that's why when you see Call of Duty at the top, second, or first, they're not really. Yeah, they're not talking about the main Call of Duty. They're talking about Warzone. Sometimes, but see, because Call of Duty is Warzone and the main game.
Yeah.
So the main game, yeah. So, but see, that's the problem with COVID, right? A lot of people was playing Warzone. See, Warzone was a free-to-play game, and when that game came out, that game was popular. That game, nobody could care less about Warzone. Fortnite and PUBG was the king of battle royales. But what happened is Activision started doing commercials, and they have to do that because if Warzone failed, then Activision failed. So, and they will lose a lot of money. So what happened is they had to advertise Warzone. And during COVID, and if you watch TV during COVID, legal, they were heavily advertising Warzone. And a lot of people was playing Warzone more on the base Call of Duty. That was keeping the lights on. To this day, without Warzone, Call of Duty was in the top 15 because Call of Duty players always decline all these years. Since Modern Warfare 2019, because Vanguard wasn't really there in their favor. That game flopped in their favor. Then you have what's the name after Modern Warfare 2 did spike a little bit. Then you have Modern Warfare 3, a very disaster game that time. So so that's what I'm trying to tell you, man, is that COVID caused this stuff, man. Okay, hey, League, I'm gonna ask a question, right? If COVID never existed, what do you think the gaming industry would be right now?
I mean,
that's the biggest question.
Right, it depends. I don't think it would have been worse. It would have been worse.
Yes, it would be.
COVID actually helped the industry grow.
Exactly.
It kept people in the house.
Exactly.
But before I go there, listen. Everything you said is facts. Warzone is undisputed. It's part of Call of Duty, but it's undisputed. It's keeping it. That's their baby. That's their baby. We're not talking about their baby. We're talking about the actual game, Call of Duty Black Ops. Okay? Mm-hmm. We're not talking about, you went into details. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about the actual game, Call of Duty Black Ops. It's number 2, not Warzone. It's number 2. Okay? But you're right. As I get down to 15, that's Forza Horizon 5. I'm trying to make a point here. Forza Horizon 5 is another game you have to pay for. Look, this misconception that if you don't make a great game, nobody's going to buy it is the lie. That's the lie of the ops. The ops want you to think that it's all Game Pass. Xbox people, they're not buying games. Look, man, there's 45 million people who have bought into this game, whether it comes by way of service, whether it comes by way of the dollar. It doesn't matter. You get money by engagement. See, let me tell y'all something. I'm using the word engagement because that's going to be the Sesame Street word for tonight. Notice how the media wants to make you look dumb, gamers. The very thing that the media needs, right, J-Mac, is the very thing that Microsoft is doing to make money. The damn media needs you to read their stupid ass articles and pay attention to the dumbass rumors for engagement. Yet they don't criticize what they're doing, but they're going to criticize an empire that quadruples their empire, maybe more than that. That's way above their league. They're sending out reports to gamers down here on the streets as if what they're saying validates these companies and their decisions. These are the least people that are playing these games. They don't speak our language. They're writing articles. They're not playing video games. They're trying to get you to engage on what they're writing. Now imagine if all you did was go online and read these articles. How the hell are you a gamer? Gaming didn't have nothing to do with no damn articles. Can you imagine Resident Gamer Zero, right? Trying to read all these articles every single day, yet has an Xbox, but ain't in his 1%. The guy said he put in 2,000 hours for the year. He's definitely not reading these articles. What are we doing here?
Nope.
The word is engagement. So Microsoft has engaged 45 million people have touched Forza Horizon 5. The fact, it doesn't matter how long they played the game. These are 45 million who have given this game a chance to grace their eyes. Look, 16, 17, top 17, Indiana Jones, which right now has got massive nominations. Other gaming outlets are considering this game the game of the year. The work that they've done is phenomenal. I was looking at what people were saying, gamers were saying, and when I finally started to play this game, I said, man, this is something astronomical. Then you go from 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Now we thought Halo Infinite was dead. It's a 2021 game, still in the top 50. As a matter of fact, it just got below the top 30. And I think it went up, but I ain't done yet. Because this thing, this is just on Xbox, and this is just on the most played, right? We're not talking about the rest of the 37 markets. Because it gets even more beautiful. Look. As we go from 31, 33, 35, 37, 39, 41, and then you get to 42. To my surprise, you still see Starfield out here. Look at all these Xbox Studio games in the top 50. None of these games are free to play. 42, 44. Watch this. It ends out. Look, as I get to the last two down here, you got Sea of Thieves, the 2024 edition, and you got Stalker 2. None of these games are free to play. None of these games. This is what they don't want to admit about Xbox. Xbox is not a world of free-to-play games. They already have enough that are already where they need to be. Now notice, Stalker 2 ain't on no damn Nintendo, PlayStation. Halo ain't. Forza isn't. So what are we tripping off of? What makes you think that Xbox needs to put their games on PlayStation to succeed when I just read it out to you. You want to know something worse than that? Let's go to the 37 markets. This is even more vicious. In the 37 market field, right? You see, let me see, you see, let's do this. Let's go to the rankings. You have Forza Horizon 5 in the top 11. You got Halo Infinite at number 18, moved up 4 points. Think about this. You got Microsoft Flight Simulator at 16. None of these games are free to play. You got Stalker 2, number 9. Stalker 2 is in 9th place. And then you got, here goes games, because he's right. You got Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 and 3, Warzone, and Black Ops as number 1. The number 1 game on Xbox in all 37 markets is Call of Duty. It's not Fortnite. Xbox is king. So wherever Fortnite, wherever Call of Duty goes, it's nowadays, that's the godlike game. And that's Xbox. It's not Fortnite. The world plays Xbox games. I don't see, listen, man, listen. This is crazy. This is crazy. 37 markets. We saw the list for the global gaming market. Those PlayStation games are nowhere to be found. Nobody's playing them. The gaming media and their so-called insiders are nothing more but pretenders for the Xbox community, because they know that the real Xbox community isn't online on social media. They know these things. How in the hell are you dissing something that has more in it than your PC? The only thing a PC person can still talk about is performance. There's more to gaming than just performance, people. The PC community is still stuck on an old phrase, while the Xbox community is about to expand. The PC can't even make a better handheld. Steam don't even have the best handheld out in the market. What are we talking about here? Who's fronting for Steam? Who's fronting for Steam? That's a PC market. That's where all these people got. That's a PC. That's a PC grocery store. I'm not playing World of Warcraft. I'm not playing League of Legends. What are y'all talking about? What are we doing over here? I'm an Xbox fan. I'm gonna be talking about this Halo. I'm gonna be talking about Xbox 25th anniversary coming up in 2026. What y'all talking about? We Xbox fans over here. I'm gonna be talking about how Halo is going to Unreal Engine 5, where I've been praying for this to happen. We need Master Chief in a new light. We need Master Chief coming out like Doomslayer. We about to go battle Atriox. We don't need no corny stuff no more. We need Master Chief looking like he looks in the damn cutscenes. And we're about to get that. Xbox is about to be revamped because they realized where they put Xbox wasn't a good place. They already had some things that were great and they walked away from it. Microsoft lost their way. They took another path and it produced the proper fruit. You made my boys in Delta Squad old. For what? You had an eternal squad that the whole world loved. You started messing with the multiplayer. For what? You already had a kingdom there. Get creative. Build something else. Build something else. But you already had a kingdoms. Listen, what are we doing out here, people? PlayStation has no multiplayer games for you. It never has. The thing that the chat and game serials was
They go to die there, actually.
right. The thing that game serials and the chat were talking about were all true. The problem is it's almost too late for Sony, and nobody wants to admit that. Sony played that single player experience until that tightrope broke. Outlaw Sean, that's facts. That's why I put up the real numbers. It's number one. All people need to understand in the 37 markets of the world, Call of Duty's number one. That's all. I took them to preschool with that. They don't need to know nothing else. They don't need to know nothing else. All they need to know is that's number one for Xbox.
Every single UFC fight nights, Call of Duty on Xbox, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, mobile, Call of Duty, every break, Call of Duty. Every single screen in the world has Microsoft Studios on it.
Can you imagine, Spartan, what Game Serials was saying?
Mm-hmm.
If people get a handheld resident chat pack, you already know what they're going to be playing.
That's it.
They're not going to be. Listen, man. Look, the media wants to speak fear into the Xbox community because it draws engagement. Shout out to my man Jago6 in the building. They want people to think that you being on Xbox, you are underrated, or there's no reason. Xbox is last. Xbox ain't last, people. Even if Microsoft is behind with this console, 4 million, that's a story of a lifetime. It should have been worse than that. But the real Xbox fans are out here. I thought people weren't buying Xboxes. I thought the consoles were dead. They're right on track.
Hey, listen, man.
Come on, gang.
If legal.
There's been a surge in popularity in Japan, too.
Oh, yeah. That's true, because the Series X outsold the Xbox One in Japan like 3 years ago. Like, even 3 years ago, wrestling like 5 years ago. And I think the Series X will be the most popular Xbox console of all time, over like 2 million, my opinion. But look, everything you're saying, legal, you're right. And it's a broken clock every day. I'm gonna tell you this, man. The console war is over, dude. There's no console war. This console will be over since 2016, when Microsoft decided to bend the knee and put their games on PC day one. And then when Sony started doing it slowly since 2001, Horizon came out on PC, 2019, and slowly migrated to PC, that's when the console war is over. You can sit down and see, to see the changes in the game industry, right? Because these companies don't give crap about your feelings. You can make 50 YouTube videos every day. You can tweet every single day. You can sit down and in spaces. Your gamer score can be 10,000 gamer score. You don't play these games and sit down and complain every single day. They don't care. They just want the money. I hear me legal. They don't care. They just want the money. You could sit down and make podcasts and how Microsoft betrayed us. The Xbox is dead. They don't. Like, how many times Dreamcast got me? Xbox is dead. How many times the articles? Right? Xbox is dead. Xbox been dead since 2001. But listen, nobody. You gotta understand. Like, and I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna keep saying this, right? COVID made this world have an economic restart. Prices are going up. People can't afford food. You go to the supermarket, the average, go like 5 items, that's almost close to $100. Everything is raising up because rent is raising. I live in New York City, and we know rent is a lot of money over here. So you have to look at the cost of living of New Yorkers, right? And in America, right? In the world too. So you gotta understand this is how you gotta deal with it.
Roast.
Because if you don't do this, this is why there's a lot of layoffs in these industries. How many layoffs did Microsoft did? How many layoffs did Sony did? The only company that never have a big layoff is Nintendo. Because Nintendo basically know how to, structure their company, and plus the games doesn't cost that much to make games, all right? It doesn't cost a lot of money to make a Mario game, right? So it's just that when the Switch 2 comes out, these ponies talking about, oh, but Sony is only one Lego game, so they're not gonna, put another Sony IP. Yes, they would. Because the Switch 2 is a secondary console for a lot of people. Legal got a Switch. He barely played it, but it's a secondary console. He's not his main console. So when the Switch 2 do come out, Microsoft will put some of their games on Switch 2. Do I agree to put Halo on the Switch 2? Why not? Do you think Sony gonna put God on? Of course they would. All right, listen, what's stopping them? Don't tell me, oh, they wouldn't do it because no, yes, they would. They put the damn Lego game on a goddamn Switch. And Lego didn't force them to do that. They admitted it. They wanted to put it on the Switch. And I was surprised that game was on the Switch, not on the PS4. That's how crazy that is. So what's stopping them? Nothing. You think Sony is listening to these PlayStation podcasters who talk about Xbox 24/7? No. Do you think Herman Hertz and Yoshida and the powerful Japanese man and what's the dude name of Phil Spencer and Matt Booty? They don't care about your feelings, dude. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. And it hurts. I don't think these rumors are true, but if it is, Sony's going to do the same thing. The only company I don't see doing anytime soon is Nintendo. But one of these days, Nintendo will put their games on PC first. Don't surprise Mario Kart 9 will do it in the near 2-3 years down the line. If the Switch 2 is not selling what they wanted it to sell. So you got to look at the cost of living, the cost of development. The cost of development games is very high.
It makes the most sense. Like the PC market's a huge piece of pie, and Nintendo definitely wants to get in on it.
Yeah, of course. And Steam is a piece, and Steam and Epic. And that says again to illegal if they start opening that store on the next Xbox with the Epic games and the Steam games, that was a game changer, dude. Now, of course, and now League finally can play Spider-Man. So it's just that, look, I don't know. I can't sit down and predict next 10, 15 years. But the next 10, 15 years from now, right? Because we're dinosaurs, right? I'll be probably almost 50 years old in the next 10, 15 years, right? We're dinosaurs, right? It's not the same. The next 15, 10 years from now, legal kids and then legal kids and my future kids or resident kids or Spartan kids, their kids will have kids, and their kids probably doesn't understand the culture of gaming that we used to grow up. And I'm gonna give you a perfect example, like physical media. I'm a physical person, actually legal. I prefer physical over digital. But guess what? Sometimes I gotta set the times, dude. They want to make less physical copies of games every year than digital, because people buy digital games every year more than physical. Back in the days, we have to go to Blockbuster or GameSpot or EB Games to buy the game. Now, go on the Xbox store. Oh, look, my songs are coming out next month. Boom, pre-order it without going to GameStop. Listen, a lot of people want that traditional way, and Sony trying to that traditional way. And Sony realized that traditional way is not working. They wanted to work. They got to go to the times, dude. This is Generation Z. This is not our generation anymore. And when the Generation Z have kids, the next 15 years, that's a whole different generation.
You know what?
Z, yeah,
No.
that's what they
The
call it.
new
Yeah, that's what they call
generation. They call them Generation Beta. You're gonna have a look.
it. Yeah, beta. Yeah. Yeah. So, and the Generation Beta have kids. Their kids never experienced open a box of Super Nintendo in 1995 or N64. They never do that. You know what they're gonna do, Spartan? They're gonna play Fortnite. They're gonna play these. Yeah,
That's their games. That's their platoon. Fortnite games like that are for the new generation, next gen, and that's their goal.
Yeah.
For us is Halo,
that's
Gears,
it.
and what
Halo, Gears, for all these games are dead.
you know.
Dude.
Our games are like as old as like Snoop Dogg and you know our right.
Yeah.
So they're doing their best to keep up and go everywhere as they can and make as much revenue as you know. That's when you put it this way. I hire you as a music artist, right? And my main platform is Apple. But how am I gonna get more money for games than I? Hey, games, let's go on Spotify, let's go on YouTube, Amazon, this and that. Music there and let everybody in the world enjoy it. And you know what? It's from us. Let them buy it, but it's from us. The money comes back to us. So what if it's everywhere? Let it be everywhere. Let it rotate. For every game that rotates and downloads, that's like 10, 20, 30 cents right there. Touch of a button. That's why they're going cloud, man. They're revenue now. They're streaming revenue. That's how they make money. For these guys to sit there, oh, PlayStation has no fucking games, man. Why not? Xbox take advantage for all those years that they got conned into their marketing, squeezed in a corner, this and that. Get back as much as you can.
And that's what I think.
Right now, Xbox is guaranteed made the money that they spent on both the Series X and the Series S marketing. Now they're making their money back for their consoles. Now they're making their money back for their memory cards, this and that. We got Xbox Design Labs. Sony doesn't. We could custom make our own controls to whatever you want to make it. They have to come out with frisbee looking covers based on Sony's choice in colors. They have no options. They're proprietarized. They're stuck in a stone ages. They need to release their games on all platforms. If not, the only thing is their hardware sale. That's the thing about Sony. They're all about TVs, movies, music, Sony pictures. You know, Sony Music. They got their TVs out. They're banging. Hardware is their strong suit, but software not so much. That's why you see them getting hacked. You see their OS is bugged. Their PlayStation crashes. When they play great games, it burns. Shit is all bullshit, man. If you want next generation true gaming, come to Xbox. Don't forget, we got Developer Direct on the 25th. Where's their showcase? When was the last time
I see Xbox.
When was the last time we saw a showcase, bro? What happened to that game Marathon by Sony?
They don't have the games right now.
Any one of them sit there and say,
how many games?
How many games online? Sorry for cutting you off. Look how bad they're coping. Xbox is really. I'm like, great. Your punk ass is.
Yeah, but how many games? How many games are gonna have this year for PlayStation? Ghost of Tsushima 2, Marathon, and Fair Game. That's bad, but
they're burning. And we're 2025 now. I thought we were gonna give it to them until like 2024. Like, come on, man. It's embarrassing now.
They don't have a lot of games anymore because they don't have the money and revenue.
They're going movies.
And I told League about that too. League never believed me. Hey, League, you you need to apologize, man. You never believed me.
That's their strong suit. Like I said, Sony's strong suit is movies, hardware, fridges, this and that. But
I hear you, games. I hear you. Y'all keep cooking, Spartan. Keep cooking. Chat,
gaming
keep cooking.
for Sony is that's it. enjoy your PS. The next generation from our hardware, this is what I want from them. There's no rumors. These are my expectations. Give us an enthusiast console with a badass handheld that we could take anywhere and everywhere and play through our cloud gaming. Make the SSD expandable storage card compatible with the handheld gaming, please. The one that I just bought, the 2 terabyte for like $300 on sale. That would be amazing if they have an expansion slot to put the Xbox SSD, just like a cartridge inside of that handheld. That'd be badass, man. We're rocking it, boys. Get your hard drives. They're cooking. Every single $25 that we pay, day one releases, day one releases, day one releases. We've got a beautiful subscription, 3 choices, and superior hardware that we don't even need to touch until the next gen coming out.
Look at what Rain G4 says. They out here telling $1 trillion company how to make money. And do you see his last remark? That's what the Xbox community has to do. You have to laugh. None of these people represent you as Xbox fans. They running a business. Pure Xbox has already lied to you with their name. They're not Pure Xbox, they're IGN. That's who they are. They're IGN. Nobody's paying attention to this stuff, right? You look on social media, you hear one thing, right? But you get on your Xbox, you see another thing. Because the media cannot reflect the true essence of the Xbox community. It just can't. The only way it can do that is if it truly gets involved in it. You don't see these clowns out here playing any of these games, going live, playing these games, showcasing how they are, about how, great the Xbox community is. You don't see these dudes doing any of that. The Xbox community is ground-based. It's ground-based. We hurdle up, man. We hit each other up. We get on these games. We go live, and we have fun. The Xbox community has no problem getting together and playing games. None. You want to know what my son said? And I'm not even trolling when I say this. Let me tell you what my son says as a 13-year-old NBA 2K25 player. I mean, the boy been playing 2K for a long time. He knows the community. He knows what he's doing, right? He told me today, because I'll go in there and I'll sit with him. And I'll be hard on him. I go arcade on him while he's playing. I'm over his back. I used to play basketball. So I know that 80% of basketball is mental. You can talk yourself out of your game. So I can see when he's getting frustrated. And I'm like, why are you getting frustrated with yourself? Look at what your opponent is bringing to you. Notice what he's doing. You have to understand the approach of the defense. If he's coming up to you, that means you drive. If he's standing back, that means you shoot. You always play your game based off of what the defense gives you. And he went up against this guy that was whooping him because he had got frustrated with him missing shots. That's the beautiful mechanism of you failing at basketball. But you have to understand why you're missing your shots. And I kind of guided him, hey, take it in. Come back, take it in. Take it in until he worries about you taking it in. And sure as he did that, I said, back up, hit that 3 on him. Bam. I said, hit another 3 on him until he comes back up on you. My boy won that game. And I said, you see, basketball is this. I pointed at my brain. I said, basketball is this. You want to know what my son told me? He said, I should have known I was going to get some problems, though, because this guy was an Xbox gamer. I looked at him. This is a 13-year-old kid that don't know nothing about Phil Spencer, Greenberg, Sarah Bond, Matt Booty. They don't. This generation could care less about any of those names.
They don't care.
They don't know these people. I'm trying to tell you, and they don't care. He likes Xbox, well, because he saw his dad on Gears back in the day, and that's what's in the house is Xbox. So he's an heir, right? Because that's what you do. But I never told my son, oh, look, you can't play a PlayStation. I didn't raise him up like that. My son would go and chill with some of his friends, have game nights, and they had PlayStations. My son was like 5, 6 years old coming back home telling me, I don't like the PlayStation. I didn't have to tell him, man, the controller is whack. What is this? I don't like the way it control. He was the same way as me. I said, dang, son, I'm playing it off. It's like that. I just don't like the way, and he would tell me there's no community. When I go to school, when Game Pass happened in 2017, and my son had that, he was going to school converting people. He was like 7, 8 years old. He was telling them kids, man, he's got all these games to play. They was asking, what's the Game Pass? I remember it like it was yesterday. My son started playing basketball when he was 5. He's got 8 years of experience of basketball. He grew up with these kids. His teammates are his teammates in real life. They play basketball. You want to know what he told me? He says, when I go up against the PlayStation fans, they always have their microphone on and they're always talking mess to me. Always. You know what he told me after that Range G4 chat pack, the panel? You want to know what my son said to me after that? He says, I noticed that they're the easiest ones to beat on 2K. You're talking to a kid that hits 99 level. This ain't somebody that uses VC to climb up. This boy grinds. This boy plays this game every single day with his homies. My son, before he wanted to play basketball, I made him a student of the game. I would not let him play basketball until he understood the history of the game. You can sit right now, my son will tell you the Naismith all the way to Wilt Chamberlain. He ain't even lived in these times. My boy went and studied. He can sit and have a basketball conversation with you. He can bring you through the 80s, through the 90s, to the 2Ks, all the way up. He knows NBA. He knows
who's his favorite player, Legal?
Giannis. He's a look. This was
nice.
He's a Bucks fan. When he became a Bucks fan, they were pure garbage. I used to make fun of them. You know, in 3 years they won a ring. In 3 years, when he became a Bucks fan, I said, bro, I used to clown my son until they won a ring. You know what I'm saying? My son said that the PlayStation fans are the easiest ones to beat on this game. The easiest. He says, and they always have a microphone. He says, you know what's funny? They always have a microphone. And when you whoop them, they'll go, oh, you think you're doing something. Nah, look, bro, you walked up. He says, you come online thinking I'm coming to lose. He said, they act like you come up on there to lose. And when you start whooping them, that's when they want to talk trash. I said, damn, boy, my boy already knows about donkey mindsets, but I ain't going to tell him because he doesn't care. They don't care about none of this stuff. They don't care. You know what my son don't care about? He don't care about console sales. He could care less about how many console sales Xbox has. I'm being serious. They don't talk about that. He's about to be a freshman in high school.
He's a gamer.
Spartan, I put this on everything.
You're a gamer. That's a pure gamer.
Spartan, I put this on everything. There hasn't been one time my son has ever mentioned console sales to me in his whole life. He's 13. None of this. Look, man. This new era is not. My son ain't on social media listening to these buffoons, bro. He ain't listening to these buffoons. He barely knows who IGN is. Barely. I mentioned it to him. He said, it's like an article or something. Barely. So if you barely know IGN, you know he doesn't know nothing about Kotaku. He doesn't know nothing about no damn Polygon, GameStop, Spot. None of these dudes, Giant Bomb.
Focused on his gaming.
Guess what else he don't? Guess what else they don't care to look at? They don't care to look at Xbox Direct. I have to tell them about that. They don't care about the Game Awards. They're not thinking about that stuff. That's facts, Brain. They're not from the block, bro. Sony players are from organized feelings. I know their origins. I watched them. Most of these dudes were just straight up losers, bro, in real time. Real time losers. And the PlayStation 2 gave them a sense of victory. It gave them something worth bragging about. Their best days are in their 1998, 1999 year. Their best days ever. PlayStation has always been strong as a third-party company or brand. The gaming media came up with all these myths and theories for their weak-ass base because they never had a strong multiplayer presence. They knew this. They knew this. The only thing they were good at organizing, Rain, was their feelings. Organized feelings. All you gotta do is go. It's so fun being on Twitter-X because all you gotta do is say something about Xbox, and here they come. Here they come to address their feelings. It's funny. I enjoy it. I really do.
They get so triggered.
Yes, it's like a disorder. Xbox brings forth a disorder to them. They get triggered, bro. Wonder why I have a good time on Twitter-X. I have a good time. These fools can't trigger me. You talking about, oh, Microsoft's putting games on PlayStation. As if PlayStation fans are going to buy these games. Damn, they're acting as if PlayStation fans are going to buy these games and get it. Listen, they're not going to buy these games. They're not. They're not. It's just side hustles. They're not going to make these games sell 5, 10 million. They're not. Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox in all of its glory. It's a great move. That makes sense because Xbox fans play video games. I can't wait for Black Myth Wukong. Do you think I want Black Myth?
You know what it is though? Square finally woke up and they were like, we get it. PlayStation's not enough anymore, right?
They're a disaster, man.
Resident.
Gamers don't game.
Resident. If I kept giving you pocket money, what would you do? I don't even blame Square Enix. But like Willis said, name me somebody other than Square Enix that are still playing this exclusive deal out. And you could hear a pin drop. They were the last. But Sony was paying them because you got to understand. Appreciate your Death Ray Tower. The Book of X is strong, baby. It's strong. I appreciate you, fam. You got to understand why Final Fantasy is important to Sony. That was their baby. Remember, that was the game that made, that was a, look, here it is. Here it is. That was a third-party game, just like Crash Bandicoot. PlayStation was never, let me tell y'all something, man. They hate direct gaming. They hate direct gaming. But hey, man, you can hate all you want. We here. 2 games define PlayStation. 2. And neither one of them were PlayStation games. One was Final Fantasy, and the other was Grand Theft Auto 3. As a fighter, Tekken 2. Don't believe me? Go look up the history. None of them games were Sony games. This is why Gran Turismo had to be created. Gran Turismo was created because they saw how well Mario Kart had done. It was an easy situation, right? But Gran Turismo, in all of its glory, has never defined PlayStation. Think about it.
What be
Never
crazy?
has. Now watch this. When Sega came out, it needed a face, which Alex Kidd, the Monkey King, just couldn't do it in the Western world. So Sega came up with something of a hedgehog and painted him blue, and Sonic became an icon. When nobody thought that the two pasta-eating brothers could ever be denied of a successor as a third mascot, because nobody ever thought that Pac-Man would have a successful mascot. But when Mario came, it blew everybody's minds away. Nintendo came and put the whole console gaming on his back, and then Sega followed through with Sonic. And it was those three for years. For years, man. Think about it. That was in the 80s. Pac-Man hit the US in 1980, man. The NES in America, 85. 86 was Sega, and I think Sonic was created in 87, if I'm not mistaken. So all three of these mascots were from the 80s, right? So from that point, there had been no other mascot in gaming history until Master Chief stepped on the scene. Notice, Sony sold 155 consoles and never had a damn mascot to represent it, because Sony never could get a game that stuck for its brand. Xbox came out, and the first damn game it creates was its mascot. And Master Chief has been legendary for 24 years. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. He's a certified gaming mascot. There's only 4. And he's the only one with a gun. He's the only one with a pistol. He's the only one on the battlefield. He's the only one with mature audiences. He's a grown-up figure. He's not a little kid figure. He's the only one of his kind. You don't think Sony envies that? They can't even get a mascot. Why do you think look what they're trying to do with Astrobot? They want Astrobot to be their mascot so bad, they made him a role. You know what's funny? They call us bots, right? But the very damn thing Sony's trying to make a mascot of is a robot. The irony. The irony. They're more of a bot than we are. They're more bots than we are. Look, if you've seen the game, the damn PlayStation console is in the game. This dude is flying on a damn PlayStation 5, the ugliest console ever existed in console history. This is the ugliest console ever. They're trying to market that. They're trying to literally make this dude the mascot. They failed when they called him the Mario Killer. So you already know where he sits. See, I'm gonna give y'all the prediction of Astrobot right now. Astrobot is the new Little Big Planet. Mark my words. They hate direct gaming. They hate direct gaming. But Sony has a paper trail of doing the same retarded stuff. They do the same stupid shit. And that's why Uncharted can never last. Because Uncharted ain't nothing but Indiana Jones. They can't do better than Indiana Jones. And then they try to copy Lara Croft. You can't do Lara Croft.
Hey, remember PlayStation have PlayStation All-Stars and Smash Brothers clone? Remember that crap? How that lasted. You mean legal? They had a Smash Brothers clone. How that lasted. And I think they had Astrobot, a Mario clone. And listen, legal. Think about it. Astrobot, you know what? The number one of the best award-winning platforming game of all time. You don't see that coincidence. That is not a Mario game. The Mario Odyssey and that's why I don't even like Mario Odyssey that much, but Mario Odyssey, 3D World, Galaxy 1 and 2, are really phenomenal games in the 3D platformer. It's probably one of the greatest platform games of all time, especially Galaxy 2, man. That game is amazing, dude. That game's still my favorite games of all time. That game got a 97 on Metacritic. And that game never won a goddamn game of the year legal. Like, I remember, I don't want to say his name because I don't think you know this dude. It was a Nintendo dude. He's a wrestler, right? And I remember he was on YouTube, had a big rant. This is when the Video Game Award was called Spike TV Awards. You remember the Video Game Awards used to call Spike TV Video Game Awards? And Mario Galaxy was one of the highest rating game of like that generation, right? A 97. It was higher than Red Dead and all that stuff, right? And I remember when the war show came, like the nominations, right? Jeff Keighley did not nominated Galaxy 2 for Game of the Year. Not even one award. So when people come about Xbox tax, there's also the Nintendo tax. It's a Sony award show, dogs. This is Jeff Keighley, the biggest Sony guy in the industry. That's basically what it is. And there's no way Astrobot is the number one most award platforming game of all time. You really think that Astrobot is a better game than any Mario games? No. Listen, legal. Let's do an experiment, right? If I get 10,000 followers on my YouTube channel, I'll go to every GameStop in Manhattan. And I ask every gamers, casual gamers, take a little post, like a little picture, and say, do you know who this guy is? And nobody know who this dude is. But if I take a picture of a plumber with a hat, everybody know who Mario is. Nobody know who this is.
Don't nobody know who the hell Astrobot is, bro.
Nobody know who that dude is.
This game on a damn Gotti. Nobody knows what the hell Astrobot is, bro.
Nobody know who that is.
Only on the Game Awards can something like that win. Only a Game Awards with a 1.5 game beat a 20 point something million game where all the gamers were playing it for the year.
Dude, Mario Wonder sold more than that.
Sold more than that, yeah.
Mario Wonder is a really damn good game. I beat Mario Wonder. That is one of my favorite games on the Switch. That is a really damn good game. That game, I beat the whole entire game. But that game never won a lot of awards. And they got a 95 on Metacritic.
Anybody could guess what they're gonna announce as a brand new game from another studio on the 23rd?
Oh, it's gonna be Double Fine game. It's gonna be a Double Fine game. It's not.
Kill.
Brand new game. They're saying here that a visit surprise location to see another studio's brand new game on the 23rd.
No, it's Double Fine.
Double Fine? What's that?
People made Psychonauts.
The ones who did Psychonauts.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one. Hey, Resident, that's another one that's better than
Legend.
Yeah, Resident, that's another game.
Grim Fandango.
Grim Fandango, yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of studios now, man.
Hey, Sparky, you play Psychonauts?
No, I haven't played that. I haven't touched that yet.
We have more
Xbox
studios than Nintendo and Sony now.
Shame on me. Shame on me.
You got work to do.
Yeah, you really need to play that, dogs.
Psychonauts, right?
Makes Astrobot to look like
it's good. It's really, really good.
It's really good.
Gotti.
Yo, that game. Listen, me and Lee can talk that game sometimes, all the time. That game is considered one of my favorite platformer game outside of Mario. That game is a special game.
For you saying that, I'll be pausing Indiana Jones and I'll be right on that Psychonauts. I'm gonna game on that tonight.
No, you really need to play that.
I'm gaming on that. I'm getting that.
Hey, you smoke weed? Hey, do you smoke weed?
Oh, sir, heavily.
Oh,
It's about the psychological
please.
aspects of life. It's really
Yo.
deep.
Hey, legal. They're legal.
Definitely
Legal. Your
playing
boy.
for the chit chat and the panel. We're playing it tonight.
Hey, legal. Your boy smoke weed. Hey, listen. Smoke some weed and play this shit. This game will make you high.
That's
The
how good it
way this game works,
It's
like,
really
even
trippy too.
it's
Yeah.
really trippy. It had a Tim Burton art style to it, and some of the
Yeah,
levels
it's like
are just
Tim Burton kind of visual styles and art and graphics. Yeah, it's like
yeah,
exactly.
The story
yeah.
must be real. I'm definitely gonna play it.
No, the
tonight.
story's about mental health. That's basically what it was.
It's just the way
Yeah,
that
psychology
the
and
art
mental
style and
health. Yeah.
everything is. It's just
Yeah, the story's about, yeah.
okay. That's
Listen,
definitely-
man.
That's my evening game tonight. That's my Sunday jam.
Listen. I don't care if the new game coming out soon. I gotta meet Tim Schafer one day. Listen, Tim, listen. Yes, you got your new IP. All right, it's good, whatever, right? Listen, before I die, legal dies, everybody dies here. Please, one more Psychonauts. You don't have to make 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. There's one more game. They need to make one more game of that IP. Because
It's been long enough, right? You think they're ready to do their new title? Okay.
No, they're gonna make a new title, but they need to make another Psychonauts game. That Psychonauts game is one of the best games I ever played. I don't care what people say. I beat that game. I was like, God damn. I had a smile on my face.
What do you think about that game, Split Fiction? That'd be a good game for you and your son.
Oh, I don't have it. I don't have it.
It's from the guys who did It Takes Two.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. I heard about that, man. Ain't that the one that the Game Awards just made?
Yes.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Only at the Game Awards. Only at the Game Awards, bro. You see stuff like that.
It was a good game, but I don't think that game should win game of the year.
That was not the game of the year, bro. That was not the game of the year, bro.
I think Psychonauts 2 should have one game of the year, in my opinion. Yeah, you can say Forza Horizon 5. I know a lot of people will say that. In between Forza Horizon 5
Forza
and
should have won, or Psychonauts. You're right.
Psychonauts. Yeah. One of these two games, not It Takes Two, or even Resident Evil Village got nominated. If that one game of the year, I won't be mad. I beat Resident Evil Village. It was good, but it's not the best game came out that year. But listen, man, they need to make another game of Psychonauts 2, man. They need to be one more. Hey, Lee, what's the main character name? Rafukin, whatever his name is. I like that main character, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I like that main character. I need. Listen, I got a physical copy of that game. I never even opened it. That's how special that game is, man. I gotta meet that man I gotta meet Tim Schafer one day, man. I gotta talk to this dude, man. Like, what kind of weed do you be smoking, man? This game is just like it had that Tim Burton art style to it, and the game is very colorful too. And one of my favorite levels in that game, besides the dentist, is that you had to meet the band and you had to find the band members. Like, God damn. The only downside of that game is the combat. So the combat was not that deep. It was simple, but overall, man, that game was a really damn good game, man. Yeah. So Double Fine makes some good games, dude. And I can't wait for the next new game coming out. It's gonna be Double Fine. If it's not
what game
Double
are you
Fine,
guys looking forward to this year? Legal. What game are you most looking forward to, or in games and Spartan?
Right. I'm in the process of playing Indiana Jones, everybody. That's gonna conclude my 2024 list. Then I'm waiting. Then I got a Valve to play. So I'm gonna jump right there. I'm gonna be playing a Valve. I'm looking forward to
you gonna play Doom?
I want to play, of course, Doom. I'm looking forward to play Berserker, right? The Berserker game.
That looks good.
That looks good. That looks interesting.
I'm looking to up my Japanese gameplay. These Japanese developers have been kicking ass here lately. Capcom.
Metaphor?
kicking. Look, these
Atlas,
exactly.
yeah, hell yeah.
The metaphor. You know, games. I'm gonna play metaphor because of you. I'm gonna play metaphor because of you. I'm gonna try it. You know where I'm going though. Look, all these games are great, but where I'm at as an Xbox fan, I can't wait for my Gears of War E-Day.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
my
Oh,
Gears of
dude,
War
that's gonna
E-Day,
be.
I got a
let me tell y'all something real quick. You know how Microsoft just did these new consoles, right? They put out the new one, give you more memory. You know, they're new, got new little the cover designs on them and all of that stuff. You know, the blacks and the sparkly stars and the galaxy editions and stuff. But listen, man, if anybody that knows me knows that I'm always buying special edition Gears of War consoles. That's just me. If Microsoft comes out with an E-Day special edition, I don't give a damn. Controllers, console, and all. I don't give a damn. It ain't next gen. It's the 25th anniversary. I cannot see. I just cannot see this Gears of War E-Day missing that mark. I cannot see the new Halo game missing that mark. Because remember, this is going to be a new campaign. This is a new Halo campaign that's gravitated on the continuations of Infinite in Unreal Engine 5. This isn't like a brand new. They're not like rebooting Halo. This is Infinite.
No, they're not rebooting that. They're not rebooting that.
I wouldn't expect it till 27, 28, Famo, because they're switching to Unreal. It's going to take them time.
I don't think they are, brother. I think this has already been in the mix. You got to understand something. Unreal Engine 5 has been out since last year.
It doesn't take them long to port.
Unreal Engine 5 gives you great benefits. It's not something that they struggle on. This is not. Remember who the kings are.
Yeah, they're going to have coalitions help too. You're right.
This thing has been in the works, man. They just now realizing, let's go big. This is not a campaign that they just, let me start working on it. You remember they told us after the multiplayer was done that they had already started working on the campaign. They told us this.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So they told, and then remember what they just told us. They're about to do something very special for us with Halo. Matter of fact, this is what they basically said. The 25th anniversary is going to be dedicated to the Halo experience. They're taking this thing back. See, this is exactly what Xbox needed from Halo. It needed something to bring the beauty of Halo. Halo and Xbox are one. You can't separate them. You just can't. Halo is Xbox. Xbox is Halo. This 25th anniversary is going to have to be one of the biggest, most special events in Xbox history. And for them to put Master Chief as the forefront of that's whoever thought about that is the reason they need to be where they're at. Exactly where they're at. And then you follow right behind it with the greatest diverse game in Xbox history, and that's Gears of War. Whoever came back with saying we need to call it Gears of War, they're right where they're at. They're right where they're at. Gears of War is Gears of War. Then you took it back because I've been saying it all along. They messed up when they killed off Dom. They should have never killed off Dom. What were you thinking? Dom, the reason why, because the 20th was terrible. See, Ray, people, y'all ain't listening to real Xbox people, right? I said that. I mean, when me and Realish used to get into arguments, but I said that. I said I just could not believe how terrible the 20th was. It was a terrible time. I don't care.
Oh yeah, the Xbox 20. Yeah.
I don't care. I've heard it from games. I don't care. I'm standing on my 10 toes as an Xbox fan. It was terrible.
It was terrible.
So I look forward to future. You never make they didn't even make the damn Halo controllers enough. For people who couldn't get the console, at least put the damn controllers out in the market. You couldn't even get that. They ran out of Halo, the Halo Elite controllers. Like, what are y'all doing out here? What's going on? Terrible. the 25th anniversary has to be extraordinary.
It's this year, right?
With an X as its first word. The 25th is next year. It's 2026.
Yeah.
It cannot be anything short of galactic. It has to be lit. It has to be the creme de la creme of everything that ever happened in Xbox history. Gears of War E-Day. You stick to tradition. You make it an exclusive, customized. I don't want a damn cover. I want a customized Xbox, and I want customized Gears of War controllers. Put the omens on those damn controllers. Make the most beautiful omen Gears of War console you ever made, and I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
They don't open it.
I hope they do. They've been going the wrap route recently.
No, I'm buying it, and I'm not opening it. The next 25 years, that could go worth millions of dollars. I'm not opening it.
May not open it, games, because I got an Xbox, right?
I would have an Xbox. Listen, I agree with you. If they make what you used to said, if they make a special edition Gears of War Xbox, see, I don't care about the Halo crap, right? I'm not a big Halo fan anymore. So whatever. I buy the regular Xbox, right? But that Gears of War, if they make it not like the Gears 5 special edition, that looks good. Don't get me wrong. They need to make that like the 361. Remember the 361 legal? That's what they need to make. If they make something like that, and give us a statue and everything with a disc, not a code, a disc, a physical copy, and do all of that, and it costs like $700. I'm buying it. Listen, I will go to Wario 64 every day, refresh, Amazon refresh, Best Buy refresh, Walmart. I don't care what I buy it. I'm buying it. That's it. I will give Sony credit. At least Sony actually treat their 30th anniversary actually good, but Microsoft need to do that. They need to do that. It's the 25th anniversary of Xbox, dude. They need to do that. They need to make a special edition Gears of War. And listen, man, I don't want Gears coming out this year. I don't want that shit coming out this year, but who knows, man. So, yeah.
You're right, y'all. All this phony baloney stuff is all for their comedy purposes. It's all for their engagement. Yet they don't criticize themselves, right? They don't criticize what they're doing. But they got to be stupid about what they do.
Hey, they do some stupid shit.
They do stupid stuff. They can't even the reason why you know they're not gaming, because they can't even talk like they have sense. They can't even make articles that actually make you as a gamer appreciate it. It's always dumb stuff. It's always something stupid. You see what I'm saying? There's no creativity. It's just if they do this, they can't even do anything different. They don't have nothing to go off on.
Seems like they run out of ideas.
So every year the direct show, it's a memo. Hey, start up with the rumors, get the Xbox community rattled up, get some folks upset, start talking about games that come to PlayStation. Bro, that's the kind of that's the era I'm in, bro. That's the era I'm in.
Yeah,
this is the era that I'm in.
But understand, legal, you do the same thing too. If you were the so-called blue check mark guy, you want money. That's me. So I do the same thing too. Like if I have 100,000, listen, if I got 100,000 Twitter followers and do all of that, and I'm so-called not a journalist, I'm a blogger, but I'm doing journalistic work in a website called Windows Central and have nothing to do with Microsoft, and I'm just doing engagement farming, you're damn right. Hey, I'm not making the man hustle. He's getting paid.
But Games Heroes,
Yeah.
Here's where your statement has a crack in it. Everybody doesn't play the raccoon show that has massive followings.
That's fact.
Everybody can do that. That's a choice. So here's what I've always said. You want to know why that clown gets depressed? You want to know why he depresses himself sometimes? You want to know why he does a lot of blocking? Because he can't appeal to the streets. Why is it that he can't appeal to the street? See, he wants to say what he wants to say without repercussions. That's a lame, that's a coward. That's not a leader. He wants to be able to say what he wants to say without any backlash. He wants to make public announcements without any concern. That's dumb, right? I don't take people like that even seriously. But check this out. When you're like that, that means it's cartoon show for you every day. Now, can you imagine somebody that's playing cartoon show every day? That's draining. That's a lot of work, famo. That takes a lot of work. You get it? Instead of just standing on principle, speaking some true things, why we even bring up something stupid like that? Let's just wait for what Microsoft has to say. Let's just, in the meantime, people, there are great games coming out on Xbox this year.
Now they're only first party, even third party.
Well, you get what I'm right. Just games in general. We start talking about.
No, look at 2K. You got GTA, Civilization, NBA 2K, Mafia. They had another. This is the 2K Borderlands coming out this year.
Borderlands 4.
Right.
Yeah,
you have games in general, but you don't hear these clowns talking about them because, like Resident Gamer Zero says, they're not playing these games.
Nobody's not playing these games.
They're writing articles.
They're just talking about Xbox.
Right. This guy put in 2,000 games. Resident put in over 2,000 hours, bro.
Oh, that's rookie numbers. I want 5,000. Hey, Resident, that's gonna be rookie number. I want to be 5,000 hours this year.
Look,
hey,
man.
games is pretty hardcore too.
Hey, I'm gonna put a lot of hours in Monster Hunter.
Look, man, 2,000 hours, bro.
That's a lot of hours, though.
That's a lot. That's gaming, bro. Look, man. I only had almost 700, and I was in the 1%. This dude put in 2,000. 2,000. You're not on social media, Resident. You're playing video games, bro. You're being exactly. This is, and you know why, Resident? This is why the Xbox community is strong, because of people like you. That's why you're not out here worrying about what somebody's saying on an article. See, the bottom line. This is why Xbox bottom line is hilarious. Like I said, to the gaming gods, bless the FTC, bless the EU, bless the CMA. Why? Because all the bullshit got exposed.
Exposed, yep.
The media wants you to forget that. They were hurt. Remember Starfield. Remember what Starfield did to these idiots. Starfield made
the most controversial game I've ever seen.
Starfield made a head guy at IGN come down to our streets and cry like a bitch. He brought no value to what it is being a game at all.
and he did it. And he get a 7 out of 10.
Hear me out, y'all. This coward works for IGN. You will never see this dude in real time walking around in my neighborhood, bro. This dude right here, that dude right there, crying over a game. This dude came down out of his office, came down to the low ends of Twitter to cry about a video game that was exclusive to Xbox. Can you imagine that?
But hold on,
games, I ain't done yet. Let me cook.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
The industry attacked this game. Oh, we're gonna attack it. It was a collaborated effort to give it low scores. So guess what, Resident? So when the donkeys of the donkey show come up, it's not qualified for Game of the Year. See, they knew what to do for Astrobot. Astrobot is not a 90-something damn rated game. We got stop. And I'm not saying that because I'm an Xbox fan. I'm saying it because I see the damn game. I've been
like
playing
a 7,
video games
6.
since I was 3. That shit ain't confusing to me. When I saw Black Myth Wukong, it blew my mind away. Not just because it was graphically inclined, but when I see a god on the screen as big as a damn TV screen, Resident, and you're running on the shoulders of this god, you're running on the shoulders of a god, and you're fighting these gods as big as your damn TV screen. Their image, it can't even fit on your screen, Resident. The whole game is about defeating god bosses. You really think that these lames, this is why these lames gave Black Wukong its score? They can't play it. They can't play it. Astrobot came and it was training wheels. It was a training wheel game. Astrobot's my favorite game.
It was like the 30th anniversary of dead franchises for PlayStation.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
It was a training wheel game.
But legal, it's a 30th anniversary for PlayStation games.
I get that. I ain't even going there. I'm not even going.
No, but that's both for dead franchises.
We already know what the deal was. We got that.
Dead franchises.
But think about it. Just think about it. Look how the media reacted. Look, most of the people, man, most of the people that rep Wukong came off the PC market. PlayStation gets it, and the media wants to be quiet about its performance until now. Because Microsoft has a real issue going on. I don't care what nobody says. You listen to the dev. If the dev says, hey, we're not good with this technology, we're learning it. It's been something that we've had to be patient about, work on. It's unfortunate, but Microsoft really, all this shows is who really has the technology and who don't. Because they put the game on the PlayStation, but it runs like shit. The game is in 1080p, 30 frames per second, not even that. What are we doing, people? That's why you didn't see PlayStation fans bragging about it. It plays like shit. I don't want to play Black Wukong like that. Take your time. I'm in no hurry.
Yeah, I didn't really see a lot of gameplay on Twitter.
Facts. When that game comes out on Xbox, I guarantee you it'll run better than the PlayStation 5 edition.
It probably would. It probably would.
I guarantee you that. All hands on deck. And I'll guarantee you that if that bitch hits Game Pass.
Oh, no. Oh, yes. They owe us. No. League, they owe us.
It better not hit Game Pass.
Yeah, they owe us. Yeah, they owe Xbox community. They didn't put that in gravity. Yeah, they didn't put that in Game Pass. Because
that's the game of the year. And if they have a DLC, go ahead and make that free. Go ahead and make that free on Xbox. But I'm just saying it wouldn't even matter. The bottom line is I'm in no rush for a game that's not complete. That's PlayStation shit. See, Black Myth Wukong is incomplete over there, but for a donkey, it's bragging rights. Oh, you don't have the game. Bitch, you didn't even buy it. You ain't bought it, so why should I care?
Most people bought that game on Steam.
That's right? You're not even populous.
You're not and a lot of people bought it. A lot of people bought it in the Chinese box.
I played the game on my Xbox by way of GeForce. Now the game is incredible. I played it. That's a game. That's Gotti without even having to even mention it being Gotti. It was Gotti by default. You can't even name a better game than Black Myth Wukong. You can't. For 2024, you can't.
Oh, no.
But the Donkey Show, like you said, this was the 30th anniversary for PlayStation, bro. Only the stupidest of the stupidest events can happen at the Game Awards.
There's no way.
Look at Ray. She said, I play Wukong on GeForce Now, and I can tell you it looks totally different to the PlayStation 5 version demo. Facts. These are facts. I played it. It's on my YouTube channel. It's right there. You can put that bitch at 120 frames per second. You can put it at 4K native. You can do that. And this is the cloud.
Mm-hmm.
I can play that game right on my LG. I can play it. But now that I know that they're working on, I stopped. I was like, you know what? I've gotten pretty far to where I'm okay with my experience with the game. I'm one of those that bought the game day one. I played it long enough to understand its trials, its quality. I understand the fluidity of the game. The story is awesome. The gameplay is phenomenal. The leveling up is phenomenal. These dudes that sit on this article stuff, they ain't played Black Myth Wukong, bro. These dudes are pathetic when it comes to gaming, man. These dudes are lame. They did the same thing for this game, bro. They did the same thing. They did the same thing, y'all. They was waiting on Astrobot. They knew Astrobot was coming out, and they were waiting on it, games. We knew this. And even then, when they waited on it, the PlayStation community did nothing to it.
The fix was in. Give me the fix was in. There wasn't it, man. That's the thing, man. When Astrobot would get the yo, legal. Even the PlayStation niggas, PlayStation fans were shocked. Like a lot of real PlayStation fans said this game should not win Game of the Year. It was supposed to be Black Myth Wukong. But yeah, a lot of them were shocked. A lot of people were shocked. People were shocked on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Like some people, look, legal. If Metaphor won, let's say Metaphor did win Game of the Year, nobody will be mad. That game was amazing, by the way. But if Persona 3 Reloaded win Game of the Year, nobody will be mad. Sure, I can say the Zelda game won Game of the Year. Nobody will be mad. What was Microsoft made last year? I forgot the game came out last. Oh, Hellblade 2. Not a lot of people will be mad. But the original people mad because nobody had never heard of the game.
James, they tell everybody what makes them upset, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of they want Hellblade 2 on PlayStation. Why?
But this thing,
look, Famo, listen to me. Why? When PlayStation has already told them where they're going. See, the media doesn't even want to reflect what PlayStation is saying. You know why? Because it makes the brand look weak for them. Here's the truth about PlayStation. PlayStation is not asking for Xbox games. Let's get this correct. PlayStation is looking to make service games. Because why? PlayStation is in a situation where if they don't make these service games or these multiplayer games and their community doesn't start supporting them, they're in deep shit moving forward. Now, they got a contract deal with AMD. They're going to make it out of this generation. And the money's not going to be great. But they're going to make it. They're going to drag the shit out of PlayStation 5, just like they dragged the shit out of PlayStation 4. So don't expect PlayStation 5 to go nowhere. This next PlayStation 6 console, these donkeys are not going to buy it. They ain't going to be able to afford it, famo. This is PlayStation 3 2.0. 2.0.
Oh, no. Yes,
let me look, because they hate Di-RRec.
It's going to be almost $1,000.
Right. Listen, Resident, you can't make a console today, charge people $800 for it, and the next console is cheaper. What the hell are we? Listen to me. Listen, bro. Look. The PlayStation 3 was expensive for a reason. Because all that shit that PlayStation 2 didn't bring home the bacon. Look, you can't tell a donkey that, right? Oh, you lying. It's sold out in the 55. Consoles don't make the money, dummy. Consoles don't make the money. Console is the product that gets you engaged. Okay, let me speak.
The lowest profit margins.
Oh, Resident, watch this. Console is the article that appears on your website that tells you to click it. They give you a title knowing it's going to trigger your emotions. When you click it, then you give it value. Unless you buy video games and apply to that service, which y'all didn't. Remember, the PlayStation 2 PSN was free. The PlayStation 3, the service was free. So y'all wasn't doing shit for Sony. But Sony had to pretend because it had to gain the crowd some kind of way. They never trusted y'all. Look, they hate Di-RRec gaming. They hate us. They hate us. Let me tell you why PlayStation made that PSN free. Because they never believed in their fan base, resident, that they would shell out their money out their pockets. It wasn't until PlayStation 4, when PlayStation 3 was a bust. PlayStation 4 had to cover the fees for the PlayStation 3, y'all. That's what PlayStation 4 was. It was under JyzalGaming. JyzalGaming's mission was a 3-year financial upgrade for Sony. He went in, he said, listen, we're going to start charging these clowns for the service now. We're going to get some money back from the PlayStation 3. And they did it at the end of the console life. They did it. That's why they're dragging it now. They did it. They finally got over the hump. And then here comes PlayStation 5. They're not telling you, but PlayStation 5 just put them back in the dark ages. The Pro shows you this because they made that console $800. It's copy and paste all over again. Now, you're going to go from $800, right? And you're going to tell everybody that you're bringing all this new technology in and that console is going to go back being cheaper? Really? You really think that, people? Who believes that the PlayStation 5 is actually going to sell 100 consoles, 100 million consoles? If you believe that, get off that glass.
Bro, with that tariff, echoing
I don't think it
myself,
will.
It won't, bro.
Spartan.
They're going to up the prices right on.
It doesn't matter, bro. Gamers buy shit. It ain't they can put they don't care. Real gamers don't care. That's not what's going to scare the gamers. The problem is there's nothing on for the console to engage players to spend that kind of money on. How do we know? Look at PlayStation VR 2. Look at the Portal. Look at everything outside of the PlayStation console, and it's dead. It's dead. And people wonder why Sony has no faith in them. Look at the PlayStation Plus. Look, everybody's yapping and flapping, but PlayStation Plus hasn't grown. It hasn't grown in 4 years, bro. They sit at 40. They apex at 47 million. I've shown everybody this. I proved it. There's no growth. They hate Di-RRec gaming. They hate us. I'm not hating. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm trying to get people to see through the mirage. That's why channels like us are at the bottom, because we're not willing to prostitute for the truth. We're not willing to engage in the silly shit. I'm not here to tell you I'm on Xbox and I'm on a fucking PC to downplay Xbox. I'm not over here in a herd, in a congregated community telling each other dumb shit because they got a blue ribbon next to their name on Twitter X. Everything about me is soil-based. I'm straight from the mud. I'm straight from the shit. That's where we're at. We're organic over here. This isn't commercialized bullshit. I don't ask nobody to go share my shit. I ain't paying nobody to go share my shit. This is for the love of gaming. I've been doing this before social media. These clowns wasn't doing this shit before social media. You can tell. Social media did not prompt me to do this. Real gamers prompt me to do this. I was on Mixer, man, playing my motherfucking games, minding my own damn business, having gaming discussions on Mixer. That's what Legal was doing. Legal was using the resources of Xbox. I didn't see none of them over there. You can take these. real content creators, wherever they go, they blow up. That's another sign. They go to Instagram, they blow up because people know them. They go to TikTok, they blow up because people know them. They're not just confined to one damn avenue. These dudes, don't nobody know these dudes, bro. They're confined to one avenue. They got an alley that they're known for. That's it. That's it. This Xbox thing ain't big on social media. Xbox itself on YouTube only got 5 million subscribers on it. 5 million. 5 million people. That's it. Xbox gamers ain't on social media, man. They don't care. They're playing video games. They're like Resident Gamer. Oh, they're playing video games. Remember who the fuck you are. You're an Xbox fan. You don't engage on that silly ass shit on Twitter X. Laugh at it. Laugh at it. Because like Realist said, if more Xbox games go on PlayStation, eventually we're gonna have to say this is an Xbox. Notice what Xbox is doing. Notice the genius of Xbox. Xbox games go over to the PlayStation. Guess what's gonna happen to PlayStation? It might as well be an Xbox. Sony knows that. The only thing, in my words, the only thing that's exclusive to Xbox, when I talk about Xbox, I'm talking about the platform, the console. There's one thing that's exclusive to Xbox, and it'll never be on the other ones. That's Game Pass. See, you're going to have to beat Xbox there. That's the baby for Xbox, not the video games. Not the video games. Listen, if you got Game Pass Ultimate, you're a winner. Because those day one games are dropping. So what are you going to do? You're going to engage on them. The engagement keeps the service up running. Do you know that's how you make money? Look, when you get on your PC, right, and you start scrolling around on the web, for every damn site you touch, somebody's making money. That's how services act. For every time I turn my damn Xbox on, Resident Gamer, and I go to Game Pass, and I open up Game Pass, money starts happening. I get a game and play it on Game Pass, money starts happening. Because when my Xbox gets turned on, a service comes alive. And I got the service to 2027, and I need to upgrade another year on it too. Keep it up. I keep it going. Microsoft has
value in gaming, famo.
Microsoft has over 20 games that are billionaires. Over 20 games that are billionaires. What are we doing? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? I don't give a damn if Blade ain't gonna be an exclusive to Xbox. All I give a damn is when Blade comes out, I'm playing it first. I don't want to be a part of the community that sits and waits. Xbox ain't that community. We don't sit and wait on nothing. We have too many damn games to play. See, when you speak on narratives, which we don't, when you speak on myths, which we don't, right? You have to live up to them. The problem with the PlayStation community is they've never been able to live up to their myths. That's why their games die. That's why they don't have Uncharted. We found out when Uncharted 4 was out, Naughty Dog had to come out with an article and say 84% of the PlayStation fans have never played the damn game. You believe in that kind of community, man? Y'all let a dumbass community like that shake y'all up? What's wrong with y'all? That's because some of y'all are spending. See, I'm speaking to that small little crowd. We're not even speaking to the big crowd, Resident. We're over here speaking to this small little crowd that pays attention to what's being said on Twitter X. That's the crowd we speaking to. In a way, we're looking foolish by doing that.
We are, because we are in the minority in the end, you know what I mean, compared to the entire base.
Right. We're over here gravitating to a small ass community that gets annoyed on Twitter X. That's not even a proper reflection. Jago says Game Pass alone makes more money than Windows. Let that sink in. Facts.
Facts.
Who would have ever thought that Windows wouldn't be the moneymaker for Microsoft? Who
No,
would
it's
have thought
Xbox.
that Windows would be dethroned? Right. This shit happened.
I was telling you earlier before the stream started, I think within a year or two, they're going to make their money back on the ABK deal.
Yup.
And their first party output is just, I think maybe Nintendo might be able to keep up, but I think Xbox is going to be putting out the most first party games a year going forward. I don't think Sony's going to be able to keep up. I mean, they've only got one confirmed with Ghost of Yote, and Death Stranding 2 is going to be a multi-platform game. It's no longer exclusive. Kojima has already kind of hinted at it. So I think they're in trouble. I mean, eventually the nostalgia wears off, right? The brand loyalty. If you're only getting one or two games, I mean, it seems like the fans, from what I've seen on Twitter, they're fine with this, the third party support. They don't mind waiting that time for one or two games, which is funny to me because a lot of them on Twitter make fun of fanboys for, like, Xbox fans for waiting, for one or two games when, Xbox had their slower years. So, they kind of contradict themselves all the time. Like you said, laugh at them, right? Because, you can't take them seriously. But this is the start of the fruits, what I was telling you about earlier in the stream, the fruits of the labors of all their development efforts ever since they started Xbox Game Studios back in 2019, 2020. It takes a long time to develop the games. And now that they've acquired not only Bethesda, but Activision Blizzard, I mean, they've grown their studios to like over 30, I think it is now, 34 or 30, something like that, studios. So that's an insane increase. So you're talking about 30, potentially 30 or more games within an 8-year lifespan. So by 2026 or 27, we're going to be getting at least 4 first party, if maybe 5 a year. Maybe there'll be some years where we'll get a couple more. But this year's going to hit hard. Next year is going to hit hard. The following year is going to hit hard. They're just going to have stuff keep coming out because, like, the studios, by the time they get to the end of the studio list, when they start off, when they're core 4 or 5, and they get to the Activision studios, by the time they get to the end of that, they'll be reset all over again. You know what I mean? So it's never going to end. It's going to be like a constant stream, similar to Netflix or Amazon, which is who I think Microsoft sees as their true competitors next to Google, of course, with Google Play. But that's their true goal. True goal is to become basically the go-to gaming platform for streaming and content and services, and all your library with backwards compatibility, auto HDR, and quick resume, which I think a lot of people like that feature once they understand and learn what it is. When they finally come across it, it's a really useful thing. Like, you could jump into 4 or 5 games at a time, and at any time, instantly, almost within seconds, which is just the sign of Xbox's tech, right? After all these years, like, they've been developing it through their hardware, their GPU. And now I don't know if you guys follow Blue Negru, but he often comments on the tech and the back end side of it in terms of the machine learning and the work graphs, which is the new thing now, and basically giving the GPU more priorities on managing operations and give the CPU less of a workload. But it's good for Xbox right now. They're on a good path, and I think they're definitely going to be around for a while.
That's right. And I want to give a special shout out to Red Dead Panda Gaming. She always pops up at crazy times. She may not always be around, but that's my homegirl when it comes to gaming on Xbox. I did a special show with her and two other girls one time about the girls' experience on Xbox, the type of things that they go through. And I allowed them to express themselves and talk about the things that they go to as women gamers, you know. And the thing is, I met her through Elite Gaming Guru, and we played Minecraft Legends. We beat that game. I actually got gameplay with her. I was actually on Mixer. She's a part of, there's a few people that go all the way back like that with me. And I cherish them because that's where I come from. I don't come from this. And you can never be late, Red Dead Panda, on Di-RRec Gaming. You can never be late. You always make my show international. She's from New Zealand. I've always admired your support. I've always admired your feedback, your intelligence when it comes to Xbox gaming, the way you talk about gaming. I've always admired that about you. You are a gamer. I know that things in life happen, and there's sometimes where we have to, you know, put our gaming to the side for more personal things that go on in our lives. But overall, all of you guys are gamers. Me and Jago6, we're about to connect on Halo Firefight, and I'll be putting him on Di-RRec Gaming. He's been supporting me for years. Finna lock in with my man, and he's gonna have a moment on Di-RRec Gaming. We're gonna put that gameplay. See, there's one thing about Xbox fans, we ain't scared to showcase. We play these damn games. We're not scared to showcase. These donkeys, bro, they be scared because they suck. They suck. They're so used to playing these single player hold your hand games. They don't know how to be competitive. They don't know how to play this sport. They don't know how to do it like we do. That's why Sony has never invested in building a community.
They play
They don't have
movies.
clubs and groups. There's no reason.
Hey, but legal, I told you, like,
There's
legal,
no
man,
reason.
legal. I told you they don't want to make games anymore. They want to make movies.
Pause.
Dude, they got more movies than games. They don't tell me they don't.
Yeah, you can see it.
Let
Told
me
you?
get across the Game Heroes. What y'all don't understand is that me and Game Heroes, we talk damn near almost every day, y'all. We talk video games almost every day. This dude, listen, this mofo be calling me early in the morning. Talk video games. But he said something that I gotta get his man his flowers. He told me a long time ago, and I'm about to say it, Games. I never said this, but now you was right. He said, legal, Sony is into the movies, the anime, the commercial appeal more than they are into their gaming. Watch and see what I tell you.
Hey, you know why? Because remember, they trying to buy the From Software parent company. They don't give a crap about what's the name. Yeah, they don't care about Elder Ring and Dark Souls and Demon Souls. They care about the anime. Listen, people sell. Listen, man. If they bought Kevin Robert, listen, man, that will kill the anime industry because they're gonna monopolize the whole anime industry. And the person who watch anime like this is not a good thing because now, you know, Sony's gonna have a big paywall that the only way you can watch our anime, you're gonna have, you know, you gotta subscribe this and this and this. The reason why they're doing it too, they need the money. They don't have the money. They need to find legal. They need to find some other revenue outside of PlayStation.
Why,
you see,
James? Keep talking. I asked you a question.
Microsoft. No. See, the difference between Microsoft and Sony, right? Microsoft could kill the Xbox today. They say we're going to shut down the whole Xbox division,
live on,
and it's still going to survive as a company. Because they got Windows, they got Offices, they got the Zork Cloud, they got everything.
Right. They got the Surface
So,
tab. They got the
so
Surface.
yeah,
Yeah. All that.
yeah. Sony rely on PlayStation, a revenue and profits. The movie division does not doing too well. They have plenty of flops like
But
Madam Web. Oh no, they have
why?
Madam. Why?
But why?
Because
But right there.
because majority of their games are movie games.
Game
And they
Girls. No, famo. They lost Call of Duty.
oh yeah, they lost Call of Duty.
When they
But-
lost Call of Duty, everybody, they hate Di-RRec Gaming.
But listen,
Nobody
don't
got it.
but Liga also they do get some. Listen, if you look at their annual release days, right? They get their money on Call of Duty, and they're still going to get money on Call of Duty because they get the 30% cut, right? So they're still getting the money on the Call of Duty sales, not a lot, but they're still right. Microsoft get 100% because every skin you buy on Call of Duty, they get all the Microsoft make the most money. But hold on. But they still make money on Fortnite and Apex and other services. But these games are not big like Call of Duty. Yeah, Fortnite is big, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, legal, they gotta do this. Listen, nobody asked for no Gran Turismo movie. Nobody asked for no goddamn Uncharted movie.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You missed the point here. They don't have money, continual money coming in. That's that big. So you said something like, oh, but they're making 20%, bro. That means they're getting their taxes back. I want
They
everybody
still haven't paid Bungie back yet either.
Right. 10% of anything is like your taxes. 20% means you get the taxes back. That's all they're getting. So what they shut out in taxes, they're just getting it back. You don't start making a big deal. Your money don't start looking a big deal till after 20%. 21%, okay, you putting something in your purse. You putting something in your wallet. You're not doing nothing at 20% really, but paying for what you gave out taxes. You just equalized it. Now watch this. If they got Apex on their platform, games, do they have an infrastructure for Apex? Yes or no?
No.
There you go. Okay. Call of Duty comes up on their platform. Do they have a server for Call of Duty? Yes or no? Okay. Destiny. Do they have the server for that? Yes or no?
No.
Any multiplayer game. Does PlayStation have a multiplayer infrastructure, Dolomite? No. Chatpad? No. The answer is no. So if the answer is no, who in the hell thinks Microsoft is making all this butter off of used material? If Apex comes over there, they're bringing their server over there. Everybody's bringing their own stuff. Listen to this. I don't think nobody's paying attention to the chat pack. Boom. Somebody said it. The PlayStation 5 is nothing but a gaming hub. That's all it is. PlayStation doesn't have an infrastructure for any of these games. When they go over to the PlayStation, they have to bring theirs over there. So if they're bringing it over their games, that makes Sony make less and less more money because they're not providing it. Now, when you go to Xbox, Minecraft is built off of Xbox infrastructures. As a matter of fact, PUBG on console was created off of it. Fortnite created off of it. You can't make this shit up. I ain't making this up. Fortnite, PUBG came out of the preview program. Not making none of this shit up. Hey, Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a part of the Xbox infrastructure. Halo is a part of the Xbox infrastructure. Gears of War is a part of the Xbox infrastructure. Sea of Thieves off the Xbox. What are we talking about? There's no, listen, Xbox is self-integrated. PlayStation can never, ever, ever be on the level of what Xbox brings. It's self-integrated. Nobody has to worry. Nobody has to worry. It's all self-integrated. That gives them the advantage. This is why the ROG Ally really is an Xbox handheld. It's Windows 10, it's Windows 11 operated. Windows 11 was created for Xbox. Go look it up. It wasn't created for PC. It was created for Xbox gaming. PC is limited. Xbox isn't. You can't ghost a PC. PC is hardware. You can ghost Xbox. These are all facts. You have to build a modem. There's no cloud modems for PC. What are we talking here? What are we doing? As the future keeps on going, everybody's going to remember these words because I'm always going to be right. I'm going to win this war. I'm going to win. And I say it with such confidence. That's why they hate me, Mike. That's why your camp hates me, Mike. They hate me because all I ever done was tell the truth. There's nothing out of that camp, Mike, that you oversee that's ever came to light. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I'm here to let y'all know that Microsoft is going to have a walk in the park next generation. And let me tell you something. This 25th anniversary, by 2026, 2027, Microsoft is going to be the leading marketing. See, people don't understand about the market power. The more people keep talking about Xbox, the more the share minds start to grow. When you captivate the mindsets, you captivate Game Pass. When you captivate Game Pass, you captivate gamers. Gamers want to play more games for less value. Isn't that right, PlayStation fans? Because y'all told us better than anybody. That's why y'all had PlayStation Network. You told us better than everybody. When we asked y'all, why do y'all use that shitty ass service? You guys told us because it's free. You guys told us. You guys had it first. Talos Reed, what's up, baby? They're worrying about Xbox when Xbox is about to be the greatest thing out here. It's not Nintendo or PlayStation. When Microsoft said they're leapfrogging, they're leapfrogging. Their AI is self-integrated. Their machine learning is self-integrated. Listen, you saw it. When the games this generation that had to prove themselves, they were never proven on the PlayStation side. The Alan Wakes 2 was not proven on PlayStation. The Space Marines were not proven on PlayStation. The Starfields were not proven on PlayStation. You can't prove future gaming on PlayStation. It doesn't even have Dolby Vision gaming. What are we talking about? What are we doing here? This shit's too easy. What are we talking about? You on PlayStation, you talking about base level gaming. That's all you're talking about. Bunch of consoles being sold, base level gaming, bringing no real value to the PlayStation brand. This is why PlayStation is getting away from y'all. They're going mobile. They're going PC. They're going mobile. They're going PC. I can't lie to y'all. It's too easy. This ain't nothing hard. You see it. Metroplex says they hate us because they need people like us so they can point at us. That's it, famo. And say we're the bad guys because we tell the truth. That's it. That's it. It's all happening. PlayStation will put their games day one on PC. You are not enough. I'm saying this with such while they lie. Mike, while your team lied for years, we've been telling them for years the games are coming on PC. Games come on PC. Now we go even further than that. Day one are coming because you guys don't buy games. You have to pay. God dang it. You're literally paying for cloud. Who the F pays for cloud saves in 2025? Red Dead Panda, you can't make this shit up. What are we talking about here? It's too funny. I can't. Listen, I'm too real to be a part of that. That's too corny to even try to represent. I don't even understand how you can represent PlayStation in 2025. How? There's nothing to represent. What are you representing? You can't even use your damn. Listen, the very feature that y'all batted for is dead. The rest mode is dead. I told you it was a gimmick. I'm the one that told y'all that was a gimmick to begin with. Y'all come running up on me, Mike, your squad, talking all that mess on Twitter X. But look what happened. I told everybody that the PlayStation 5 wasn't a real RDNA 2 console. Before the console was even made, I said it. It took 3 years. It took 3 years for that to get confirmed. Mike, when has legal ever lied, bro? When have I lied? I told y'all they all gonna fail you. They all failing. Look at that. They bring no value to PlayStation. They too busy talking about Xbox. The PlayStation 5 Pro wasn't. They had the. This is what I've been saying. And my motto for PlayStation hasn't changed. And it's a 15-year-old motto. When I used to walk up in the GameStop and them sorry-ass bitches were trying to sell me a PlayStation. I used to say, okay, let's begin with the lies. Sell me the PlayStation. What makes I used to make them dudes mad. Tell me what makes the PlayStation so great. And I would always keep hearing about these exclusives. What about them? What about them? I don't want to play a single-player game. So how can you sell a PlayStation to me? What were they going to say then? I don't play single-player games. Right there killed them off. Right there. So for me, what kind of community setting game that I can play that I'm going to enjoy for years to come? You can miss me because listen, I told them all those single player games you talking about, they're not going to last. They used to laugh at me. I had a dude on my show that was from GameStop. I put him on here. He rep PlayStation. You know, he saw me like a couple years later and said, damn, Legal, you was right. He said, you was right then. I was just putting on a front. I knew everything that you were saying was true, but I had to put on a front. That was a PlayStation fan. A diehard PlayStation fan told me that. He came up on this show wearing a PlayStation hat, PlayStation t-shirt, everything. He defended PlayStation for the donkey community. But behind y'all's back, he let y'all down. He let y'all down because he knows. He knows. Once he saw Game Pass for himself, he made it a point to tell me, you was right all along, bro. It's all gimmicks over here. We say what we say, but we don't really mean what we say. We just say what we say because we're in our feelings. It's true about us. Everything that you said about us is true. Everything. What can you say? Nothing makes it. Concord ain't made it. Lego ain't made it. Foam Stars ain't made it. The Helldivers ain't making it because of PlayStation. It's going. And it's slowly falling off the PC map. That game is in the 19th, probably going to the 18th. Pretty soon, it's a wrap. Pretty soon, it's a wrap. Nothing has ever lasted on PlayStation. Nothing. It don't have the leg power. It never has. It's like Phil said, we didn't just get here. We spent tens of billions of dollars to get here. Unless you're willing to spend tens of billions of dollars, you're not going anywhere. And then there's hope, right? The guy that y'all hate the most, Mr. Totoki. Hiroki Totoki. You gotta love him. That's that dude right there. I love that guy, man. That's my kind of guy. Because he comes in, he don't bullshit with the donkeys at all. He lets them down. Fuck out of here, motherfuckers. Y'all don't even buy games. Fuck out of here. Hey, check this out. We ain't doing none of that Sean Lane bullshit. We're not banned, ain't nothing. We're going for the long term. Get the bank open. We're spending some $1 billion. We're about to do this shit. What we got to do? We're going to get some service games. We're going to get some free-to-play games. We're gonna get some multiplayer games. The hell with these clowns. If they don't buy this shit, we're moving to mobile. So the joke's on you PlayStation fans, because the guy already done told y'all. Y'all don't show up, you know where your games are going. You know where your games are going. You got one more generation. I'll give you clowns one more generation.
No, the game's ready on PC, so I don't even care.
MO games. Do you hear me? I give the PlayStation worldwide fan base one more generation.
Nah, not one more generation. You're gonna happen this year,
Games,
next year.
Games. When have I been wrong?
No. You never be wrong. I think it's gonna happen.
I'm not talking about PlayStation going away. I'm talking about the structure in their eyes that they think PlayStation will be gone. No,
they're already gone. The man literally said that they're not focused only on PlayStation. They're gonna focus on everywhere. Man, we'll find a way to get the money, dude.
Yup. This is about getting the money. And calls it hell diapers, bro. That shit be funny.
Don't be surprised that game comes to Switch 2 and Xbox.
Hell diapers is coming to Xbox, bro.
And Switch 2.
Yeah, it's coming, bro. Hey, y'all mofos can't keep that. Y'all listen, man. I don't even know why. What do people be, bro? Listen, the faith that it takes to believe in donkeys, man, is incredible. That's incredible faith. Incredible faith. It almost matches the Big Bang Theory. It almost matches it. That takes a lot of faith. Damn. Just put the game over on Xbox, man, and watch it just shine. Watch it last. Destiny 2 is lasting longer on Xbox than it is on PlayStation. You can't make this shit up, y'all. You can't.
But Leo, they got Marathon. So Marathon. So Marathon is a huge test for them too, because
it
is. So I'm predicting that Marathon will be successful because it has the Bungie name on it, but it's on Xbox also. I think the Xbox and the PC community are gonna carry Marathon in the PlayStation community, in my opinion. Now, I don't like legal. So Bungie had a test with streamers, I think last year, and legal just said the game is bad. so it's a faction shooter. So if you've never played a faction shooter before, it's like Escape of Tarkov, or you ever play Gears? It's like Helldivers. Like you ever play Gears Escape Mode? That's basically what Marathon is. So that's a test for them. Now, if Marathon fail, Bungie is gonna absorb into PlayStation, and Bungie is on life support. That's basically what it is. So, and there's a rumor going on Bungie making their own Smash Brothers clone. You don't make this stuff up. But so I don't know, man. Let's see happen this year and next year. So that sums up the whole thing. I don't know what they're gonna do this year. They don't have a lot of games coming out this year. Not even third-party developers. They didn't even want to hack a lot of games this year than last year. So that's a good thing. So even EA, Ubisoft got more games than them.
This is going to be their driest year.
Yeah, since 2015 and 16 and 17. Yeah. So yeah. And I'm not surprised. In
the show, games in the show.
No. I'm not surprised Ghost of Tsushima 2 get delayed, Resident.
Look, bro. Listen.
No, I'm not. Remember, their games don't come on the time. So don't tell me like Helldivers was supposed to come out in 2023 and it came out 24. So I'm not surprised that game got delayed. I think if Ghost 2 do get delayed, I think I don't think it will, but the The biggest game that might bank on this year, if it goes to get delayed, is Death Stranding 2. It's not theirs anyway. It's Kojima. So
Mike Johnson, I'm gonna give you one shot, man. Give us a list of these bangers coming out this year. Don't talk. Listen, this ain't. Give a list out to the PlayStation people. Show these people the bangers. Put the list down here on Di-RRec Gaming. But listen, look, I wanted to say this. This is gonna be one hell of a fire year. Xbox is that snowball rolling down that mountain, man. Ain't no stopping it. You guys know damn well legal ain't lying. There's no stopping it. They got the right guy in charge. Jason Reynolds, they got the beast in charge now. It's going to be some incredible. The fact that Microsoft is merging Windows Resident, we here. Spartan, we're finally here. The Xbox community, we are here. The Xbox that we've been craving is about to happen. This
is it.
This is the testing ground. There ain't gonna be no more competition soon. Listen, people think that they're not listening to Game Heroes when he said a lot of these games that are coming out, right? That are going to PlayStation. These games were already made for cross-gen. These games were not this generation games. These are the games that were made for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and they got their upgrades. All these games were already being made back then. Okay, you notice how certain games now are not being cross-gen no more. They're current gen and up. So when Microsoft started to put these games out and they're utilizing their technology, you can hang it up. Microsoft is not trying to hoard their games because they are now one of the big publishers out here. They're a publisher playmaker. PlayStation isn't. I want people to understand this. So don't let that belittle you. Don't let that. No, man. Listen, when they bought Activision, they bought the Western Library, like I told y'all. Microsoft has the West, China and them have the East. Microsoft just took over the whole entire Western RPG, and the Orientals got the Japanese RPGs on lock. If Microsoft wouldn't have done this, the Western market would have been in big trouble because nobody else was big enough to do it. This is about making sure the legacies of the Western side of the globe continue. Because you got to understand, Microsoft is the only gaming company that's an American entity in a Japanese-ruled industry. The gaming industry is not ruled by Americans. It never was. It never was. You can't expect an American product to run rampant in the Oriental culture. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. When they came into business, and if you listen to the documentary, in G4 Icon still
right there.
In G4 Icon still, like Shaman Blackley literally says, like the whole gaming industry was run by Japanese developers. So how can Microsoft appeal to the Japanese? Because of course the American developers like EA, Activision are going to stick with Americans, but how the Japanese people and the Japanese industry is going to how they're going to please them? Because remember, who was the biggest publisher that time in the early 2000s? It was the Japanese developers. Square Enix, Konami, all of them has a household name, right? Activision wasn't that big back then. Nobody know who the hell Activision was. So it's just like, they have a hard time for years. Now they got the whole Western market locked down.
James, let me correct you. Activision been in the gaming industry.
No, I'm talking about 1986. But I'm talking about they weren't big like this. They never were that. Yeah, remember.
I want to show you they were big like this. You want to know who they were? They are some of the people of Atari. They didn't give up on gaming.
No, we know you're right. I'm talking about like
Atari is in Activision.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a household name. Yeah, they got the Tony Hawk series. They had, the movie licensors, like the Spider-Mans and stuff. But
because
what
they
made
because they
Activision?
always sold themselves as a third party entity. They never
Yeah.
right. I see what you're saying.
But what made Activision a household name was Call of Duty. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Activision today has grown into a monster. You're right. Over
A monster. A monster. Yeah. Call of Duty. Yeah. When you talk about Activision, it's Call of Duty now. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah. Back then in the early 2000s, yeah.
That's right. We knew who Activision was since Atari 20. I knew who Activision was since in television.
Me too. Everybody know what Activision was. They've been making games since 1986.
They have the gaming library, bro. Without Activision, you don't have a library. We don't have a library, bro, because Atari failed. Remember this, y'all. Let me put it like this.
Remember Blade 2
don't
on
ever
Activision
underestimate.
Xbox?
Look, don't ever.
Blade 2.
Look, let me say this. There's an underestimation that goes on, right? That for some reason, Dolomite, people just don't get it. Let me let y'all understand something. It was Atari that became the first billionaire company in gaming. Atari. It wasn't the Japanese market. Atari did that. Atari did that, people. They became so large, they got so arrogant, and they cooked themselves. They became the biggest thing in gaming history. Atari made a lot of money. It was one of the biggest gaming companies of its time. It was leading the video games from 1970s to the 1980s, y'all. You're talking about a 10-year reign unlike no other. So this thought that American products need help from any outside sources is a lie. This is something, when the Japanese saw Atari fall, that gave them their way in. But when the Japanese came in, they came in and they ruled with an iron scepter like no other. They made it hard for American companies to rise up again. You saw that documentary about all those gaming developers with all those video game consoles that we would never ever know. You saw those games, you saw those baseball games look 10 times better than anything Nintendo put out. We could never play those games because the way Nintendo treated the industry. They made it to where they did this same old shit to where, hey, listen, you don't put nothing but these Nintendo consoles in your store. We are going to pay you to keep these consoles up in your store. It's always been about money. It's always. And them companies fell for it, Resident. Same thing that, like I was telling you, the same thing that happened to Square Enix. Like I told you, Resident, you're not going to stop if I keep putting money in your hand. But once you start to realize, damn, the money in my hand, it gets spent, but the long-term money isn't there. Eventually, you're going to make a change. Yeah, it's cool to get that quick money, but that quick money goes. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. You build your businesses off the long-term success, not the short-term success. Everybody knows this. So now, Sony's forced into doing a long-term success story. Let's see if it works, people. Because their movies are flopping. The TVs ain't selling like it's supposed to. VR is dead. Gaming handhelds hanging on to a tightrope. PlayStation 5 Pro ain't got no games. They have no service games, but everybody wants to shoot down Microsoft. If Microsoft puts their games anywhere, they're going to get played, people, because people play Xbox games. I want to say to everybody, thanks for coming out. Shouts to Games Trailers. Shouts to Games for coming out with us. Resident Gamer Zero, man. The Big O. Appreciate you coming out tonight, man, and kicking it with me. Spar 117 in the building. What it do up in Canada? Metropolitan Gaming, what it do up in Canada, man? Red Dead Panda, New Zealand, to the chat. What's good? We here. They hate Di-RRec Gaming, but we ain't going anywhere, y'all. It's a new day. It's a new chapter. And here we are to watch it happen. Watch it unfold. Everybody's going to watch Xbox Direct. You know why? It's the only damn show that's worth watching. Ain't nothing to talk about. It's the only show that's got games. So despite what you may think, everybody's about to watch that show. All eyes on Xbox. Listen, man. Keep it gaming. Don't let nobody take the one up in your life. Everybody deserves a second chance, man. Y'all get out here, man, and get on your Xboxes and play your games. We got too many games out here. Go play your games. Jygo, I'm ready, man. Let's make this happen Friday night or Saturday. No doubt. We're going to make this happen. So let's make this happen. You got a mic? Let's go live. Let's go live, man. So make sure you get at me. I'm ready. Let's go have some fun. Let's go have some fun, Jygo. We got this. Dolan night, man. We out of here. Yo,
yeah, we out of here, man. 3 hours. Yeah, I gotta go
yes,
work.
sir. Y'all cook. Yo,
Yeah.
I wanted to come out here tonight, man, and kick it with y'all, man. Shout out to the realest one, man. He's on the road. I hope you make it home safely, bro. Hey, we'll get to you next time, brother. We out here. We out here, people. We ain't going nowhere. This is Di-RRec Gaming, man. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.